Against Crystal Palace against Burnley. We kick off at 3 o'clock. Sean Dyche's side have won successive Premier League games for the first time this season after wins over Brighton and Tottenham in the week. Can Burnley get a hat-trick of wins today? Captain Ben Mee got the only goal on Wednesday. He plays his 350th league game for Burnley today. Only 10 Burnley players have previously reached that landmark. Ashley Westwood, Charlie Taylor, Maxwell Cornet have all recovered from injury, but they're all on the bench. Burnley are unchanged. For the home side, Wilf Sahar scored twice in the 4-1 win at Watford on Wednesday. He's got 4 goals against Burnley in his Palace career. Vincente Guaita has had a knee injury. He is back, but he's on the bench today. Conor Gallagher is a New England international. He plays for the Eagles this afternoon. Christian Benteke scored twice in the 3-3 draw at Turf Moor in November. He's on the bench. So let's have a look at those sides in full for you. Burnley unchanged. Nick Pope in goal. Connor Roberts at right back. Eric Peters at left back. James Tarkowski and Ben Mee, the skipper, in the centre. He got the goal on Wednesday night to beat Spurs, his 300th Burnley League game this afternoon. In midfield, Aaron Lennon, Josh Brownhill, Jack Cork, Dwight McNeil. Up front, of course, Jay Rodriguez and Wout Weghorst. On the bench, Wayne Hennessy against his former club, Matt Lowton, Charlie Taylor, Ashley Barnes, Ashley Westwood, Maxwell Cornet, Nathan Collins, Phil Bardsley and Kevin Long. For Palace, Patrick Vieira is a 3-time winner of the Premier League. He's revitalised Palace's fortunes. They're 11th with 29 points, 7 places and 9 points ahead of Burnley, but the Clarets significantly still have 3 games in hand. At Turf Moor, Ben Mee, Chris Wood and Maxwell Cornet scored for Burnley. As we mentioned, Benteke scored twice for Palace, with Mark Geehey getting the other. Here last season, splendid win for Burnley by 3-0. Johan Berg Gudmundsson, Jay Rodriguez and Matt Lowton, with a goal of the season contender, got the goals. Our referee this afternoon, that's John Moss, with Andre Mariner watching the pictures. We're set to get underway at 3 o'clock. So welcome to Selhurst Park. Massive game for the Clarets. Good afternoon and welcome. Burnley's away game against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace against Burnley. We kick off at 3 o'clock. As I mentioned, Sean Dyche's side have won 2 successive Premier League games for the first time this season after wins against Brighton and Tottenham Hotspur. Andy Hodgson alongside me. Lucky banana coloured jackets. Can we go again? Can we do it again?
As long as you kiss it, Phil. I mean, I'll tell you what worked in the last week. People kissed the lucky yellow jacket. It's the yellow jacket of success. And already on YouTube, on our live chat, already Red Cell has said, the lucky yellow jacket. Yes, my friend, kiss my jacket and it will work. I mean, I can't put it all down to that.
So if your jacket's lucky, what about mine?
Well, you know,
because I was wearing it on Wednesday night.
Yeah, you were, but I had this on at home. I was sitting in the downstairs toilet because I have to get away from the kids and the family and everything, and I wore it all the way through for 90 minutes. It was the weirdest thing ever. But obviously the players have got something to do with it, so we'll have to give them a bit of credit. But the question I want to ask you, as a man who watches every single game and researches diligently all the other sides,
I like that.
It's the truth. Can Burnley do it 3 times in a week at the performance level that they've had against Spurs and Brighton? Because that's the only thing about today, is I go, really?
Well, Palace played Wednesday night, didn't they? They did us a favour winning at Watford, so there's no real, I don't think there's no advantage for either side, both playing Wednesday. I think Burnley's energy levels since really the Leeds away game have been fantastic. Certainly we've been running more than the opposition. I think Roberts has been great, Lennon's been great, plenty of energy, and the big man up front's made a big difference.
Hasn't he just? Well, if they can carry that on this week, I think this might be the toughest challenge yet, as Gordon Ramsay would say.
Yeah.
Because not only is it the 3rd game in a week, but Palace have been doing well, and actually even when they've not been, winning, they've been drawing. They've still had a bit of a run like we have, where they've been playing well and then suddenly it started to come together. So we've got similar stories that are matching head-to-head this afternoon, which will make this either a firecracker of a game or a cancel-out 0-0 job.
Yeah, they've drawn 11. They've drawn 11 like we've drawn 11. The 9 points difference, they've got 6 wins, we've got 3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but they've got 3 games in hand. So, it could be a big day. I just said to that before we came on air, I just feel it could be a big day. Leeds have got absolutely tonked again by Spurs.
4-0.
Spurs' week has gone. 3-2 win Saturday evening at the leaders Man City. 1-0 defeat at Turf Moor on Wednesday. 4-0 at Leeds Saturday lunchtime.
What a roller! That's more of a roller coaster than being a Burnley fan, being a Spurs fan, eh? I mean, look at that. At least.
But you just thought their world had come to an end when they lost.
No, he was a bit upset, wasn't he?
He was. I took that as a resignation.
It looked like he was ready to walk. Maybe he's taking some convincing, and
there's companies I've worked for that have taken that as a resignation.
Yeah, but
you're not had a pay packet.
Here's what Sean Dyche is brilliant at, quite clearly, is he does that middle of the road thing. If we get battered, he says, here's the things that were good and we were that far away. If we win, he says that was great, but we're only that far away from our next game. He does middle of the road, and that means that everybody goes, okay, calm down, get a bit excited, calm down. But no, they're never too far away from the middle. Whereas
never too high, never too low.
Conte's gone down here, and then he's up here. What is that about? What is that? That's unusual.
It's not long term, is it?
It's not. It's unusual for a managerial at this level to behave unless you're Kevin Keegan when you manage Newcastle, in which case, I'd love it if that happened.
I'll tell you what. I mean. Charlie Taylor fit, Ashley Westwood fit, Maxwell Cornet fit. There's a temptation to have played all three, perhaps, but he's kept with the side that beat Spurs.
I think he's done the right thing, because you can bring them on at half-time, you can bring them on at 70 minutes. What a bench! I think that's
just a strong bench, isn't it?
Yeah, a number of fans have said today on Twitter and on the live chat as well. What an opportunity to bring on a bench of that sort of calibre today. Lovely as a Burnley fan to feel like you're competing out of the blue, because how many Burnley fans wrote us off? 3 weeks ago we were down, unless we did something monumental, and you couldn't see it happening. The monumental has happened this week.
I've got to say, we could have bettered the results against United and Liverpool. Draw against United, lost narrowly 1-0 to Liverpool. We could have been 2 up against Liverpool before they scored. I know they're a great side and they could have kicked on after that, but the signs probably were there, weren't they?
Oh, they were.
And we've just gone and taken it to the games against Brighton and Spurs.
When Cornet came in, c'est magnifique, because I'm the official club linguist. When he came on, he gave us a lift, and the players looked at him and went, "Just give him the ball. He's a magician." Now Wout's come in, they've done exactly the same. And actually, Cornet's come back, been a bit slower, had a bit of an injury, but Wout's taken that on, and he's like our Trojan. I mean, he's incredible the way the last 2 games.
There's a Dutch flag in the UA end, which is great to see, isn't it? I mean, I think I've said this to you. How's another bigger club than Burnley, no disrespect, not picked up Wout Weghorst?
Well, they'll try now. In the summer, they'll all be sniffing around. Can we get him out of his contract? What's his trigger point? Is he a 25 million as well? As we sit here today, he's 100 million to us, isn't he? He's the boy's a diamond, and Cornet the same. So.
And I tell you what, the other lads have taken Wout on board, haven't they?
Yeah.
And Maxwell.
Yeah, but I think they
really
recognise quality.
Yeah, settled really well.
You see that with Burnley when someone comes in who is an absolute diamond, they go, give him the ball, no messing. Give him the ball. And when players come in that are getting used to it or are not quite at the level, they don't give them the ball as much, and it's really obvious the respect level that they've got, which they've obviously seen on the training pitch and gone, hang on, he can do it on his own, let's let him.
You know me well. I will say when I'm wrong. I was wrong. I thought 6'6" centre forward, you've got to get the ball in nice and early. Play it to his feet, because he's superb with the ball at his feet.
No, I saw you say that on COMMS Cam with Andrew this week.
I'm more than honest.
And you have admitted twice that you're wrong. You should go and sit in the corner. I'm not sure I want to hear your over-enthusiastic, passionate, biased commentary anymore, Phil.
I mean, the first goal at Brighton told you that. What a goal that was.
It was.
Fantastic goal.
Well, all of them. I mean, Lennon's goal as well, was just beautiful. And then in midweek, to play as well as we did, toe-to-toe with Spurs, who've just beat City, was incredible. Your passion, I have to say, and everyone knows it, your passion is just phenomenal. And people were talking about you this week on YouTube and elsewhere and saying, why is this man not on Sky? Why is this man not commentating on other things? The passion's incredible. So, part of that getting the fans going is down to you as well. So well done to you.
It was a great game. I'm going to say it's one of the all-time best Turf Moor nights. the actual place rocked. It absolutely rocked.
You could see that. I mean, I was watching on COMMS Camp. I wonder where Callum Caper was watching, because he's watching live on YouTube right now, and he says, "Kiss the jackets, 3 points up the Clarets," and he's right, isn't he?
He is.
He's right.
He is. I mean, if Burnley could win today, Andy, they'd be in a fantastic place.
Well, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? And I tell you something. Sean won't get excited if we do win. He'll go, brilliant, it's another 3 points. Yes, we might get out of relegation zone, but there's a long way to go. And there is, you know, if this is our 3 games that we win and we don't win again for the rest of the season, we're going down.
Going down, yeah.
Let's be clear
It makes no
about
difference,
that.
does it? It makes no difference.
So it's how long him and the coaching staff can keep that momentum up, and how long the energy lasts, because I think that's the worry for me, is you can have energy for so long when it's new, it's fresh and it's exciting, and then what?
Can you go again?
It's exactly.
Can you go again?
It's that consistency that, by God, it'd be brilliant to
and
watch.
You're going to have to
like
go again Tuesday night, aren't you?
Yeah.
Against Leicester.
Exactly.
So I don't think the Premier League have really done us any favours there.
Well,
the games are stacked up.
It's not what Sean would say. He'd say, you know, let's play again. Let's play again.
Yeah.
So, you know, what can you do?
It's like a mini sort of Christmas sort of seasonal, you know, fixture pile-up, isn't it?
Let's just give you some more compliments, because they're coming in live on the live chat on YouTube. All respect to Phil Bird, says Clara F1 on here. Game by game, says Adrian's edits on here. And one mentions Vizza from last week, Vizza's passion.
It's great to see him.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And both commentators are class. So they're all giving you compliments rather than thinking about the football. Switch on, lads. Put your eye in.
It's about the football. It was great to meet Vizza last week, and he did the.
He's in the away end today.
He is in the away end.
He's over there.
Yeah. He did the esports for us on Monday. Here come Burnley now. Crystal Palace against Burnley, live from Selhurst Park. Let's go through the sides for you. For Burnley, Nick Pope in goal. Back 4 of Connor Roberts, James Tarkowski, Ben Mee and Eric Peters. 350th league appearance today for Ben Mee. He's the 11th Burnley player to reach that league landmark. In midfield, Aaron Lennon, Josh Brownhill, Jack Cork and Dwight McNeil. Up front, it's Jay Rodriguez and Bout Beghorst. On the bench for Burnley, Wayne Hennessy against his former club. Matt Lowton, Charlie Taylor, Ashley Barnes, Ashley Westwood, Maxwell Cornet, Nathan Collins, Phil Bardsley and Kevin Long. Taylor, Westwood, Cornet fit again, but the gaffer has gone with the same 11. For the home side, we think 4-3-3. Jack Butland in goal, Nathaniel Klein at right back, Tyrick Mitchell at left back, Joachim Anderson and Mark Geehey in the centre. Midfield 3 of James MacArthur, Luka Milivojevic and Jeffrey Schlupp. Up front, we think Michael Elise, Conor Gallagher, either side of Wilf Zaha. We think Zaha might play through the middle this afternoon. Guaita's fit again, but he's only on the bench. Kouyate's on the bench, which is a little bit of a surprise. Jordan Ayew, Baresi Eze, Will Hughes again dropped to the bench, as is Jean-Philippe Mateta. Christian Benteke scored twice at Turf Moor, Hodgson Edouard and Martin Kelly. So those are the sides. Our referee is John Moss. We kick off in a few minutes' time. Burnley in all white, Palace in their traditional blue and red strip. We're set to get underway. And what is this, Andy? It's sunshine.
Yeah, well, whenever you come south, I reserve the sunshine for you. Last week, I decided to mix it up, and I brought in a storm. Now, I'm not in control of everything, but the lucky Yellow Jacket gets what you want. You complained, you kissed the lucky Yellow Jacket, we got to win, and I brought the weather back again for you. By the way, someone says on the live chat on YouTube, if you're watching us on there, I don't want this to put you off your game, Phil, but I'm going to say it nevertheless. Shaw JR 2007, hello, says Phil is a sexy man.
Hey, can't be bad. Can't be bad. Can't be bad. Can't be bad. Cannot be bad.
Right.
So, Burnley, as you were, the same side that beat Spurs sensationally on Wednesday night. Leeds earlier today have lost 4-0. And there is some uncertainty, we're being told, about the future of coach Marcelo Bielsa. So that might just develop as the day goes on. Lost 6-0 at Liverpool on Wednesday, 4-0 at home to Spurs. And we could, I'll whisper it, go above Leeds.
Yeah,
tonight.
That's very true. As we sit here before kick-off, Leeds are going down, Brentford are going down, Norwich is going down, Watford are going down, everyone's going down apart from us. So let's not be biased in our commentary, but that's what's happening.
I like that.
Everyone
I do like that. I do like that.
That makes us champions before we kick off.
It does, it does. So it'll be interesting. Is Will Sahar, I would imagine, is the danger today, isn't he? It looks like to me he's going through the middle. Yeah,
he always is the danger. He's fast, but we now can really meet that toe-to-toe. So will he get as far as he usually does against us? I suspect not. We've rubbed him out and quietened him down before. I suspect we will do that today. I'm not as worried as I normally am.
Good, like to hear it. John Moss just covering his eyes. Bright sunshine. Players will take a knee, apart from Will Sahar, who prefers to stand in protest. And on the next whistle, we will be underway. Crystal Palace against Burnley, live from Selhurst Park. Game on. Here's Tarkowski to get it forward. Immediately looking for Rodriguez. Too much on that, and that'll go out for a throw deep inside the Palace half. So it does look like Zaha through the middle, up against an old rival in James Tarkowski. Yeah. We'll see how that develops.
Ruby says on YouTube, Will Zaha is so overrated.
I'm not sure about that. I think he's a super footballer. Here's Lennon, touch back for Roberts. Roberts trying to find a ball inside. Milivojevic to tidy up. Here's Mitchell, 50th Premier League appearance for him this afternoon. Gets it back off the Serbian. Looking to get this forward for Zaha. Then they've got to intercept that, and they have. Roberts to help it on. Oh, I thought he kept that in play. No, it's linesman's given that as a throw.
It is difficult in these sunny conditions because half the pitch is in shade, half the pitch is in bright sunshine. If you're a player over there and the ball comes high, it's really hard to see it. And you can see the fans on the opposite side are all shading their hands. So it does make it a tricky game when balls go high.
Butland in goal for Palace. Gone wide on that right-hand side for Klein. Now, Klein and McNeil have met before. Bournemouth against Burnley. McNeil's had a really good game against Nathaniel Klein, so that'll be interesting. No Joe Ward at the minute for Palace. Under pressure here, Slupp just uses Gahey. On in turn here for Mitchell. McCarthy to touch it on. Burnley will win this. Brownhill back for Roberts. Roberts back inside for Tarkowski. Tarkowski just dinks one forward. Easy one for Gahey. Just lets it go through to Jack Butland. Former England keeper, of course, went to the World Cup in 2018 in Russia. Hasn't played too much for Palace, but preferred today to the fit again Gahey. Tarkowski wins that against Sahar. Oh, it looked fair. I thought he won the ball there.
Certainly went through him at speed.
Did he?
He certainly went through him at speed.
John Moss foul only, nothing more than that. Interesting early challenge. Helped on here by Anderson. Down that right-hand side, good skill from Elise. He's only young, Elise, just turned 20. Former Reading player.
Sky Rift on the chat on YouTube says Zaha's good, but he's no Weghorst. Correct.
Well, Weghorst has been some player. I mean, the fans really taken to him at Turf Moor. Wanted the ball played early there, laid it off. Didn't get the ball he was quite looking for. Here's Tarkowski. On for Roberts. Roberts forward nicely for Weghorst. On this occasion, can't keep possession. Lennon's on the chase, but there's too much on it. It's gone behind for a corner.
Corner?
Early corner.
Okay.
I didn't think that was going to be a corner.
I didn't either. Everyone's up, apart from Peters.
We caused them problems, didn't we, last year? You were with us for the 3-0, and, you know, any ball in the middle was a dilemma for Quater. I think Butland's probably better in the air. But look for this going at the back post. McNeil to deliver. Burnley were 2 up inside 10 minutes here last season. Weghorst back post as well. It's all stacked up at the back post for Burnley here if McNeil can get the ball right. Swung in, decent delivery, headed away. I think it's Gallagher with the header away. Peters get it back in. Might still have a chance here. Shot, ooh, just wide. It's a good effort, wasn't it, from Aaron Lennon?
Yeah, Gallagher did well there. I mean, he literally piled through, and he was going to be the only player that got on the end of that ball. He cleared it at a fair distance as well. So he did well for Palace. But now Palace are doing the interesting thing that some teams do against us, which is try and play out from the back. Always a mistake. We're always going to catch you out here, so they're trying to squeeze it out from the back, and we're pinning them in at the moment. You've got to go long. You've got to go long every time.
Yeah, Anderson's gone long this time. Header one at the back by Tarkowski. Rodriguez can't win that. Next one, Lennon. It'll be caught to battle away. Thought he was foul, but Brownhill picks up the loose ball.
Go on, have a run.
Here's Roberts. He's looking to get a ball in here, Roberts. Can't find a man, though. Easily cut out by Klein. On here for Gallagher. Gallagher on the turn, but Burnley nicked it through. Peters driving forward. Can he get the cross in now? Just tucks it back for McNeil into the middle. Can't find Weghorst. Might break here for Cork. Cork on nicely for Roberts. Roberts on for Lennon. Can he test Mitchell here? Wins the throw-in.
Yep.
Came off Mitchell. Been a really good player for them, Mitchell. Ever present in the Premier League this season. A really, really promising left back. But we're going to see a long throw here from Connor Roberts. And he'll deliver this. Tarkovsky just coming up. Taking his time to get in there. And he's going towards the near post. Milivojevic to try and pick him up. If Roberts can find him, flick it on. That's the idea. He's gone short for Lennon. Back for Roberts. Roberts back for Lennon. Can he get a cross in here? It's hit the first man, which was unfortunate. It's hard to try and collect this now. Touch back for Milivojevic. Burnley trying to stop the ball away. It's MacArthur, in fact. On for Milivojevic. Wide here for Klein. Burnley getting men back quickly. Touch on from Elise is nice. Here's Gallagher. This is what they do well, Palace. They get moving very quickly. Helped on. Right-hand side. Back again for Elise. He's got men with him. Milivojevic goes to the deck off the challenge from McNeil, but I think referee John Moss wants to play on. Here's Gahey. Everybody now in the Burnley half, apart from Jack Butland. It's with Milivojevic. Uses Anderson once more. He was on loan at Fulham last season. Uses Klein. Klein back again. Burnley applying pressure through Weghorst. It's back with Anderson once more. We've played 5 minutes. Goalless at Selhurst Park. It's with England under 21 captain Mark Gahey. He's under pressure from Lennon. Nearly lost out. MacArthur there to tidy up. Uses Anderson. Anderson looking long here. Raking pass has found Schlupp. Schlupp up against Roberts. Down this left-hand side. Mitchell's gone ahead of him. Uses Mitchell. Mitchell into the box here. Cuts it back. Burnley have got a block in. Done well in the end, Burnley. Lennon to hook it away. Rodriguez to flick on. Can't find Weghorst with the flick. Rodriguez thought he was foul. Referee John Moss having none of it. Here's Anderson again. I think you thought he was pushed, Rodriguez. Is he?
Yeah, he's still
won the
appealing.
header. Yeah, not happy with the referee, is he? Touch on here to Schlupp. Gets it back, MacArthur. Movement from Gallagher in the middle, and Burnley got to watch that. Ooh, look like a hint of handball. Look like a hint of handball.
No, we're away. We're away.
They've won the ball. Here's McNeil. This is where I think McNeil can cause problems today.
Yeah, he's on his own there, though.
He's on his own a little, isn't he? Uses Brownhill. Brownhill just turns back on himself. Needs a bit of support here. Gets it from skipper Ben Mee. Mee looking down the line. Can't find McNeil. Elise to win the ball back. Just uses Klein. Once more for Joachim Andersen. Turns it back to Butland. 0-0 here.
Well, 7 minutes,
tight stop.
7 minutes gone. They've shown that they can open us up as much as we are likely to be able to open them up. So this could be a cracking game at one point here, because we're both showing indications of capabilities and skill.
They've got a lot to offer, haven't they, going forward? There's no doubt about it. But the home record's not great. 4 wins, 5 draws, 4 defeats. Yep. So there's a bit of symmetry there.
Adrian's edits on the live chat on YouTube says Wout Weghorst's nickname should be Wout Workhorse.
He is, yeah. He's a man
workhorse.
Mountain. He's a man mountain, he really is. Ball forward, won by Roberts. Here's Lennon. He's got Roberts with him and uses him on the outside. Court wants it central. On in turn for Brownhill. Gallagher will go to him. Comes inside here, Brownhill's done well with it. Has he got a bit of support? Helps it on for McNeil.
Out to the wing.
Peters is available. I thought he's pulled back there, McNeil.
On the wing.
But he's done well anyway. Goes wide for Roberts. Men in the middle here for Roberts. Goes a little deep. Easy one for the keeper. I think Rodriguez and Weghorst had gone near post, and it didn't find the path they were looking for. There's Elise down that right-hand side. He's gone past Peters. Mee comes to him. There's men in the middle now. Peters does get back. Elise has been a real shining star for Palace with Nathaniel Klein. Elise on the overlap. Burnley getting men back here. Elise, fancy footwork, looking to get the cross in. Oh, he's done for McNeil. Good ball into the middle. That's 1-0. Great ball into the middle, and Schlupp has applied the finish. It was all about the wing play of Michael Elise. Got the ball into the middle. It's Schlupp with the finish. We've played 9 minutes. Early lead for Palace here. Crystal Palace 1, Burnley 0. Schlupp with the goal.
Well, and like you say, you know, we moments ago we were saying we're both showing good skill levels here. Either side could open either up, and at the moment we've not got our foot on the ball sufficiently to make the progress. It's been a 50-50 game, but they did well on the right-hand side, moving down there. Elise backwards and forwards, beats his man, gets the cross in, and from that point onwards, it was a leg reaching out that got it in, left leg, and the ball spun off into the left corner, as it was impossible for Pope at that point. I mean, it was almost gentle how they opened us up.
Yeah.
But of course, Schlupp was pretty unmarked. So if you're going to be critical here, you'd have to say who was meant to have a hand on his shoulder.
Slipped in behind everybody, hasn't he? They've had a look at it. Everything's fine. No VAR intervention needed there.
Come on now.
And Burnley are behind. And after having a really good week, it's a little bit of a surprise to everybody.
Here we go.
Ball into the middle, looking for Weghorst. Headed away. And that's lifted the home crowd. They're always a noisy crowd, and it'll help them even more.
We're not used to this, Phil. We're not used to being behind.
No, we're not.
With the mighty Burnley.
It's been a great week, and that's just a disappointing start for Burnley. Maybe found it too easy, Elise, on that far side, to nip past McNeil, whip the ball in, and Schlupp, come from a deep position, has done the damage. Can Lennon win this against Mitchell? Mitchell wins the head, and that'll be a Burnley throw. We'll see a long one here from Roberts.
Well, not exactly packed into the area, so...
yeah, I don't think Tarkovsky's is coming forward here, is he, on this occasion? They do like to mix it. MacArthur's nicked it. Started well, Palace. Here's Zaha in his own half. Caught getting close. Good skills, Zaha. Rides the challenge. It's a free kick. Cork's caught him. And I think the referee wants a word. Be interesting to see if this is a yellow card early on. Might set the tone. Just a chat, I think, with John Moss.
I think it was a tap on the leg rather than a malicious swing out was the difference there. What's interesting is Dyche's got the boys out straight away to chat about what's going on, because they are starting to open us up on both sides and seemingly having space on both sides in order to play. That's only going to lead to goals.
Yeah. It's back with Anderson. Palace leading by 1-0. Jeffrey Schlupp with the goal. Not the start Burnley wanted by any means. It's back with Anderson. On for MacArthur. Burnley need to just get in the game here if they can. Here's Gahey. Uses Mitchell, back to Gahey. Gahey back to his keeper.
Lloyd of Lloyd Hall calls it right on the live chat on YouTube. He said, plenty of time, no need to panic. Good point. Calm down, Phil.
Yeah, there isn't, is there? There isn't, but it's just been a great week and a disappointing start here, unfortunately. But a long, long way to go. And Rodriguez has nicked the ball here. What's he got ahead of him? Looks to use Lennon. It's a little bit behind Aaron Lennon. Uses Roberts. Man in the middle here. If Roberts can find the right cross in. Dummies it first time. Trying to get on his left foot here now. Easy header away, Milivojevic. Brownhill to win the ball and has fouled his man. That'll be a free kick.
You have to say Gallagher's involved for Palace all over the place.
He's a super player, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, whether he's in the box, whether he's in midfield, whether he's pushing it up. He's over on the left, he's in the middle, he's on the right. And then when you've got outlets like Zaha, obviously, that is going to create mayhem. So they need to quieten him down a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's with Gahey looking for Zaha. Again, Zaha linking well. Release down the left now. Roberts will go with him. Mitchell gone ahead of him again. We've seen that once or twice. Comes inside Zaha. Dummies the shot. Looking to have a shot now. It's going wide, but me blocked it anyway. Klein gets it back off Elise. Trying to feed Elise, but Gallagher picks up the deflection. On for Elise. Right-hand side. Back again for Gallagher. Dinks a cross in. Header away from Burnley. Helped on. Milivojevic to try and win it. He thought he was fouled. The referee's given it. Free kick it is.
We're just slightly off it here in that when they're in possession, they're able to do the give and go. You know, their triangles are working and we're not quite there. Whereas the last two games, there was no opportunity for anyone to do that. We were on every player, and at the moment we're allowing them to play, which is dangerous. There's
a red card in the Brentford-Newcastle game. De Silva has been sent off for Brentford. Remains 0-0. Josh De Silva sent off for Brentford, but free kick here, which is in a dangerous position. It's right of centre, maybe 30 yards from goal. Milivojevic, I think, will hit this. The wall has to be right. Nick Pope just marching it out. Elise is there as well. I think Milivojevic will hit this. He tends to be a specialist. Well, no, it's Elise looking for that top corner. It was over. They do rate him very highly, Michael Elise. Was on Man City's books as a youngster.
Yeah, not with the shots like that.
No, it wasn't that close.
Left-footed. He tried to get it up and down. The down didn't happen. The up very definitely did. But it's chance now to reset. Okay, we've got possession. We can take the positions that we want. Everyone's bunching up really closely on this near side to where the managers are. But it's a chance to reset and now switch on, because there are some players that are not quite at it as they have been in the last 2 games. Yeah. And that's the difference here.
Got to do better against Elise, haven't we, in those wide positions. Here's Brownhill, back for Peters, on for McNeil. We want to see McNeil driving forward on Klein. Looking to get the ball down the channel here for Rodriguez. Anderson across to deal with it. Touch from Brownhill, takes it out for a Palace throw. They lead here by a goal to 0. We've played 15 minutes. Palace 1, Burnley 0. It's on that right-hand side with former Liverpool and Southampton fullback Nathaniel Klein. Throws it down the line, header won by McNeil.
In fairness to Dwight McNeil, he has been trying to do exactly what he came back and did last week and this week. He has been trying to beat men. He's not just got it and laid it off, which is what we want to see from him. Sure. But at the moment, he's got it. He's trying to beat 2 men, and then there's no one there, or the pass has gone astray. So that's the difference in the first 15 minutes to the last 2 games.
Here's Klein, back for Anderson. Pressure applied by Burnley, and it's gone back to Butland. And he'll kick this long, left-footed, looking through the middle. Should be Ben Mees. Tidies it up nicely. Nice and calm from Ben Mee. Goes wide for Peters. Did well to keep it in play there. It's gone back for the skipper, Mee. Mee goes longer here, through the middle. Gehi to win the header. Easy one for him. Milivojevic close. Helps it on. Burnley nick it through Brownhill. Veghorst to try and touch it back. Nice skill here. Gets it back for Brownhill. Good defensive work, though, from MacArthur to win it back. Klein on for Elise. Well, that's a good touch. He's gone again, Elise. French youth international. Elise looks a really good player. MacArthur for Anderson. Joachim Anderson just opted on from MacArthur. Burnley got Brownhill pushing right up to try and apply pressure. Peters can't reach that. It's with Elise. Elise on his side nicely. Driving forward, MacArthur helps it on Mitchell. Big chance here for Mitchell. Burnley dragged him a little wide. It's blocked in the end by Tarkowski. Keeper might have been getting there, but that's a worry.
They're
Mitchell
getting shots.
Getting forward.
They're getting shots away. They're getting forward. They've got space here. I have to say, in this first 15 minutes, Wout has been quieter than I've seen him in the last 2 games. He's not doing that all the way through. He's not got his hand up as much. So there is a quietness to this team in comparison to the last 2. Have we run out of energy, Phil?
Well, there's plenty on the bench, isn't there?
There is.
Plenty on the bench. Here's Schlupp, battles away. Could be a throw. Again, with Tyrick Mitchell. Was on Brentford's books. Throws it into the middle. Helped on by Court, looking for Veghorst, battling away with Gehi here. Nice layoff for Rodriguez. Rodriguez back inside for Cork, looking for McNeil. It breaks down. Here's Klein, able to come forward. Klein driving forward, encouraged to shoot maybe here as a shot, but it's down the neck of Nick Pope. Comfortable save. But Burnley were disappointed there, how easily they lost the ball. Big pump forward, looking for their big man. Got a touch on that Gehi, and Mitchell should clear his lines here, but only as far as Roberts wins the header. Caught to try and win the next ball. Got clattered for his trouble, did he? No, it'd be a throw to Palace.
So there's the difference, though. Wout in the last 2 games, when Pope's looking to kick it long, which he's done first time, which was brilliant, Wout's not only calling for it before he's even kicked it in the last 2 games, he gets it and no one's getting near it. Whereas this time, he's chasing the ball, he's not shouting for it quite as much.
No.
It's just a little bit off.
Burnley haven't found their levels yet, it's fair to say. Roberts with the header here from the throw. Gallagher helps it on. Roberts with the next header, but a head tennis between the 2 of them. Good player, Gallagher. He'll be figuring at Chelsea very soon, I would imagine. Chase here, Gehi just to clear his lines. Next header's Tarkowski's. Then Milivojevic finds Klein, just tucks the header wide for Klein. Klein just helping on for Elise. Peters onto it quickly, wins it. Back for Ben Mee. Ben Mee for Peters once more, and Peters back to his keeper. Pope will look to try and find Veghorst, I would think here. Let him push right up on Mitchell. Looking through the middle. Rodriguez to take it down, but can't just keep the ball. He's got caught there in the face, I think. Release left-hand side. Referee's waving play on, and thought it was a Did look like a head injury. Here's Zaha, skip past one. Touches it on here nicely. Elise in space. Good footwork. Shot over. It's deflected over.
Well, it was deflected over, but I mean, inches is the difference. And Zaha got to dance across our area, you know, beating 1, 2 and 3. Still were blocking the ball. The minute he releases the pass, the shot he's on, we could have been 2-0 down here quite easily.
Looks good, Elise, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's really started brightly. Taking Peters on, looking to cause damage. Corners on that far side, more work for the Burnley defence. What's been a tricky afternoon so far. Referee just having a quick word. Could be swung in here on that far side. Decent delivery right into the mix, looking for Gay. He wins the header. He'll have another try here, but in the end it's just gone through for a goal kick. Jump with Ben Mee, scored in the game at Selhurst Park. I mean, that's something. It was 3-3 at Selhurst Park. They led twice. Burnley led once, pegged it back to 3-3. There could be goals in the fixture again.
There could be. I mean, at this stage, 20 minutes gone, you know, if you're predicting if this is going to be the way they play in the first half, it will be an unusual half-time change, I would have thought, of 1 or 2, because it does suggest that maybe the legs have gone. But you never know. We'd have halves before where we've been average and then come out and been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
so
United was the case to point, wasn't it? Schlupp didn't want Burnley to take the throw quickly. Sure, the officials have noticed that. In front of Patrick Vieira, nicked a yard or two. Can't find Weghorst though with the throw. Gallagher and Court clatter in the middle of the park. Lennon working hard to get back. A couple of players down here. It's gone against Cork, against Gallagher.
I'm sure he got the ball there, and he's saying exactly that. He's saying, I got the ball, he'll get up and he'll be absolutely fine. If anything, he took a little bit of the foot with him, but it certainly wasn't intentional, so there's no yellow card or anything, and Palace are off again in possession.
Yes, good in possession, there's no doubt about it. They've been bright so far. 1-4-1 at Watford on Wednesday night. Did Burnley a favour probably in that fixture. And that'll be a throw to Palace. Going to Burnley, in fact. Tarkowski back to his keeper, looking to get on with it quickly. And Pope will kick this long. Looking towards Weghorst. Header on his nice for Lennon. Lay off for Rodriguez. Too much on this for Lennon, but he'll keep it in play. And he's looking to take on Mitchell now. Can he get a cross in? Oh, it's a great ball in there, but Butland will collect it. Just beat Weghorst at the near post. McNeil and Rodriguez were bombing on to get in the middle. Look at Klein here driving forward. He's got Elise safe for company. Getting some joy down that right, Palace.
Yeah.
Gallagher back for Anderson. Anderson on in turn for Gahey.
Again, that transition was brilliant. The possession, they've got quick to move it into our half, and now they're just popping it about.
Gone without a recognised striker today. Matete, Benteke, Ayew, they could have all played, but he's elected to go with 3 quicker players, I think, up front with Gallagher behind them. It's back with Anderson once more. Sign from Leon, on for Gahey. Picks out Zaha, but it's a stray pass. And Tarkowski will turn, face play. Look to use Court, bit of space Court back from me. Burnley behind, halfway point of the first half. Here's Peters, after that superb performance on Wednesday night. Finding a little tougher today, Burnley. Ben Mee's got this foot, looking for Weghorst. Weghorst, lovely layoff. Finds Roberts, Lennon ahead of him. Lennon wants to take it on now. Back inside for Cork. Cork wide for Lennon once more. Mitchell comes to him. Looks for the 1-2 with Roberts. Did Roberts get impeded there? Referee didn't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Ball forward. Poor one.
Lost it again.
And that'll run through to Nick Pope.
In more fun news on live chat, our furthest viewer today watching YouTube is Adrian Edits, who's in Australia. He's down under, mate.
I think the weather's probably better down there, but it's not too bad. South London today, bright sunshine, makes a change. Here's MacArthur. Uses Klein. Klein for Anderson, on for Gahey. Palace started brightly, got the lead. Certainly had the better of things so far. Here's Gallagher under pressure, goes back. He'll get the ball back, will he, here from Klein.
And it's ballooned up. Gallagher takes it down, hooks it forward, work for Ben Mee, and Ben Mee will use his keeper here all the way back to Nick Pope. Touch on his thigh.
See there, Gallagher, how's he got the time to take the ball on his chest, drop it down onto his knee, think about it, pivot round and belt it up?
Looks a good player.
But the last 2 games, we have been
right
on top of it.
Him, yeah.
I don't know, I'm not sure why we're not today.
Here's Lennon to win the header. Oh, Rodriguez nearly got some loose change there. Hooked away, and it's hit Lennon, the clearance. I think Lennon's saying, well, nobody pushing up on that side. Climb back for Anderson. Clearance away. Cork won't reach that, so Hahn looking to try and reach it. Here's Cork again, runs into trouble though. And Burnley just finding it awkward in the
space Gallagher's got now.
Yeah, helps it on for Elise. Elise's the danger for me at the minute, who skips past Peters, who looked a little all at sea there.
Yep. He ran it in.
Fancy footwork.
Yeah. We've seen this coming, and he needs stopping, but it needs 2 of them there. So again, the last 2 games, you'd have had 2 players hovering in the area, whereas then Gallagher gets the ball, there's no one near him, he just has an hour to have a look around and have a sandwich and consider what's going on, plays it out, he's only got 1 to beat, so he thinks, well, I can do you, mate. Unless we put a stop to this and start to double up on people, which takes energy, in fairness, which takes energy. They're going to have the play all afternoon here. But Dycher's got the boys out again,
for
talking about how to do it, but so far he's not changed anything after 25 minutes.
Elise is okay. He's over the free kick with Milivojevic. It's on that right-hand side. Burnley just need to find a foothold in the game. Milivojevic to leave it for Elise. He's taking everything at the minute. Swings it in. Dangerous ball. Headed away. Burnley win the next header with Brownhill. Here's Mitchell. Tyrick Mitchell. Looks to get a ball in. This is Peters. Leaves it. Gets a shout. Almost a dramatic leave from Eric Peters. Rolled out here for Roberts. Burnley got to get going here. Back for Tarkowski. Gave him a lot to do. Not sure about the ball there from Roberts. Helps it on for Cork. Cork back inside for Ben Mee. Ben Mee now, nothing left-hand side really, uses Peters. McNeil's more central for the minute. Back inside here for Brownhill. Burnley starting to see a little bit of the ball. Good ball here from Brownhill, spreads it for Lennon. Roberts has gone on, he'll collect it in his stride here. Nicked off him by Mitchell. Typical of Burnley's afternoon so far. Oh, Elise stayed down, hasn't he? There's a problem for Elise
here.
He's
not moving, is he?
And they've kicked the ball out, so the young lad's got a problem. I don't know if it's from that last challenge in inverted commas with Eric Peters.
Yeah, he's holding his right leg and
stayed down, hasn't he? Hammersmith born, but he's played French youth football. Interesting where he goes from here. Camera's immediately gone to the fancy footwork. It's great footwork, right, left foot, and Eric Peters clatters him on the left shin, and there's a problem for Michael Elise.
So the Burnley players are having a chat and having a bit of water now.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what Dyche has said that we need to do.
The bench is strong, probably as strong as we've seen. Wayne Hennessy, Matt Logan, Charlie Taylor, Ashley Barnes, Ashley Westwood, Maxwell Corney, Nathan Collins, Phil Bardsley and Kevin Long. You could argue that's as good as a bench as we've had in our Premier League days.
Well, it certainly needs a bit more energy now. I mean, you know, often it used to be let's get to 70 minutes and let's change things, but I don't know, we got
seen the goal again here, aren't we? It's good footwork from Elisa, just sends McNeil the wrong way, ball into the middle, Schlupp at full stretch, just gets there. He creeps in behind Tarkowski and Roberts, or in between the two.
I have to say, I think that's poor, because between the two of them,
Burnley, isn't it?
Because he had space.
I think he's
there could have been 4 men in between.
Some way back, hasn't he? It's not like, you know, your traditional marking. He's almost crept in and done it.
But there was no one else there.
No.
You said between them. That's an error.
Should have dealt with it. Yeah, should have dealt with it. Elise back to his feet. Looks more promising for the home side. Burnley will give the ball back.
Viewers in Australia and Argentina, basically on YouTube watching today. Anybody that lives in a country that begins with A. That's essentially. I don't know whether you can think of any others. But
Austria.
Okay, well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Phil wins.
Thank you. Ball forward, looking for Sahar. Good header one from Tarkowski. And that is a throw for Palace.
Adrian Brown's in South Africa. Just bragging now, you are.
Wow. Throw here, taken quickly. MacArthur back to Anderson. It's the only goal in the 3 o'clock kickoff
Gallagher
so far.
again. Gallagher again. Got the ball.
It is Gallagher going one way and the other.
Yeah.
Wide
Space.
for Elise.
Space again.
Feet. Elise's got Klein on the overlap. Goes in the middle for Zaha. Zaha turns. Elise on for Klein. Not sure Elise's 100%. Gallagher moved
back in it
right
again.
channels. A lot of movement from Palace.
Nobody
and
on him
not
again.
picking it up. It's back again with Elise. Elise inside. Squares it really for MacArthur. MacArthur on in turn. Zaha, nice little turn to try and get away from Roberts. Fancy footwork. Really good footwork. Knocked over by Brownhill, and he's going in the book. Josh Brownhill.
Well, he did. I mean, they're messing with us. They are messing with us, and we're allowing it. We're watching them. We're giving them space. Zaha knows if we're going to go near any of the other players, he can dance across the outskirts of our area anytime he wants. Knocked it between Brownhill's legs at one point there. So no wonder Brownhill had to stop him. I mean, he was left, he was right, he had 2 on him, knocks it round him, so Brownhill eventually just
There's not a lot
taps
there, is there?
No, but he taps him, doesn't he?
Simple tap, I mean, he's got round him.
That's embarrassing and dangerous.
There is contact,
yeah,
but there's not a lot of contact. It is a booking, and that's the 8th booking for Brownhill of the season. He's close to a 2-game ban. Elise fancies this.
He's going to try it again.
He is, isn't he? Milivojevic over it, but I think Elise, the youngster's going to hit this. The wall is back, edge of the box for the wall, so it tells you it's probably 30 yards. Milivojevic this time, it's the wall. Elise to clip it wide. It's a decent ball, but Schlupp can't get there. Burnley survived that one.
Yeah, they tried to be too clever there. I think the worry for me is when a team gets to a point where they're trying to be too clever, we are clearly just letting them take liberties, which the last 2 games we just haven't done. The last 2 games we've been
on top of it. We've been on top of it,
yeah,
from the first minute really, and today look a little weary, I think, at times.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
It's a late start at Brighton. I'm not entirely sure why.
Is the storm still there?
Don't know. There's a late start. 3:30 it started. Kickoff has been delayed. Not quite sure why. Eric Peters has got a chase after this. Somebody on Twitter might help me. Weghorst leaves it for Rodriguez, trying to get it back for Brownhill. Burnley just don't look fluent.
No, it's pinging
possession. About. Here's McNeil now. Chance maybe to get hold of the ball. Elise back to try and counter him. It's with Cork.
He's got too far to go. Look at that. He turned.
There's nobody close enough.
There was nobody. The nearest player to him was Roberts on the opposite side.
Peters did well there, picked himself up. Here's Ben Mee, looking long, looking for Weghorst. Needs to win this. Helped on towards Lennon. Lennon won it. Did really well there, Lennon. Touch away from Anderson. Will it be a Burnley throw? It will. Got a cracking record, Jay Rodriguez, against Palace. 4 goals for Burnley, one in his Southampton days. So he'll relish coming here. Now then, I think Roberts will put this in because Tarkovsky's gone forward. Let's see what Burnley can do here. Roberts wearing 14 with the long throw. Tarkovsky's gone, edge of the 6-yard box. It's aimed towards him, can't win it. Oh, he's flicked on though. Well, Burnley weren't gambling, were they?
Nobody there, they all
Nobody
watched.
around the penalty spot gambling.
Nobody's going for it.
That would have been interesting, wouldn't it? Collision between Peters and Zaha.
Nope.
Zaha turns round, arms outstretched, referee having none of it. Tarkovsky wins the header there for Rodriguez, trying to take it on Rodriguez. The keeper will come and collect this. Falls at the feet of Rodriguez, looked a little scrappy. Butland might have been caught, but he was brave and won it.
He was. They had 4 round him, and he was hoping for something to ping away there as he ran through. But scrappy it was again. You know, it wasn't the sort of sublime passing or heading that we've seen in the last 2 games. It was scrappy doing, and we'll be lucky if we get something. But they're going to do it out from the back again.
Thanks, Dave and Eileen. Traffic delays apparently on the M23 with the Villa coach.
Dave knows a lot of things, doesn't he?
Yeah, they're on it. They're on it. There was a crash on the motorway, Daniel Hill, which made Villa late. Thank you. Header won by Tarkovsky. It'll be a Palace throw. No delays here, but Burnley haven't really got going. 12 minutes to half-time. Palace lead by a goal to 0.
Do you wonder if Dave knows what the lottery numbers are this week? Because I mean, if we ask him,
we'll have a go.
Maybe he'll just put them up on Twitter and we'll all win.
Well,
I'd share.
It's a lesser prize then.
Well,
that
true.
doesn't quite work.
I'd share 6 million with you.
Would you? Yeah.
Only 50-50.
I know. I'm going to say you wouldn't perhaps split it. Ball forward for Weghorst. It just bounces off again. It's going to be a Palace throw. But they just haven't got going. Haven't found the levels of recent weeks. Here's MacArthur. hooks it inside, having to just turn back Klein. McNeil will apply pressure, uses Anderson. That goal from Jeffrey Slupp, separating the two sides. This is Tarkowski's. Just touches it back for me. Didn't have any time there. Zaha was causing problems. Weghorst battling here. Just bounces off him a little. Brownhill to collect. Weghorst again. Hooks it wide for Cork. Lennon back for Roberts. Roberts almost fell on the ball and Slupp's caught him. It would be a free kick. Might be Burnley's first free kick of the game, it seems. Taken quickly. I'm not sure I'd have done that.
3-4
Giving it away.
3-4 away.
I'd have banked on the traditional Burnley free kick there. Brownhill's picked up the loose ball. On for Rodriguez. Rodriguez, nice turn. On for McNeil. News, of course, Brownhill, 8th yellow card of the season. 2 away from a 2-game ban. This has gone wide for Roberts. Takes it down. Uses Court. Court dinks one in looking for Weghorst. He was always the favourite. Here's Mitchell, just turns it out. Better from Burnley.
They've been solid in defence though for Palace all the way through. We're not getting near it.
No,
we're not fast enough. We don't want it as much as the previous games. You know, Lennon there was saying to Roberts, get it away that way instead of making the run that means you can make the pass forward. And the difference in the last 2 weeks is we've gone forward every single time. There's been no question about going backwards with the ball, whereas this week we're starting already to go, hang on, slow it down and go backwards.
Here's McNeil running at Klein. Kelly whipping across here, looking to take on Klein. Decent ball, Butland comes and collects. Decent take from the keeper, edge of his 6-yard box. Good ball in from McNeil. Doesn't necessarily have to beat his man, does he, to whip across him?
No.
Looked decent that from Dwight McNeil.
We only had 2 really in the box though.
We did.
You know, so again, they're not all piling in saying we're going to score. We want to score.
Keeper collected it well, to be fair to him, didn't he? Tarkowski wins that. It's gone back here to Ben Mee. Ben Mee forward, looking for Weghorst. Easy one though for Anderson. Turns inside, nearly lost possession. Got a bit lucky there, the Dane. Ball over the top, and that'll be Nick Popes to collect.
Phil, would you say hello to Dorothy Day, who's watching the YouTube now? She says, I'm a Burnley girl living in Surrey. However, Burnley is in my bones. Love the place and the clarets, and she's looking at you right now.
Dorothy, good afternoon. Don't bring you good news at the minute because Burnley are trailing by a 1-0, but we're hoping for better things. Good to hear from you. Ball forward from Anderson. Looking down that right-hand side. Elise battles with Peters again. Could be a Burnley throw. Palace begging for a free kick. Ball forward here from me. It's a little aimless. He wins it. Rodriguez not happy. Elise one-on-one again with Peters. Peters strong, wins it. Brown not happy.
Where's he going?
Never a hint of a foul. Brownhill on for McNeil. McNeil spins nicely. Comes away into the opposing half. Helped it on for Lennon. Roberts available. Right-hand side and bombing forward. Needs a bit of support here now. Just uses McNeil. Spun away McNeil. Referee almost in the way. Has to sidestep John Moss. Goes wide for Lennon. Lennon now to take his man on here. Looking to go on the outside, inside. Still looking to get a ball in here, Aaron Lennon. Gets across him. It's too deep though.
No one there anyway.
And could have... well, he has in the end just left it and collected it. Couldn't get the outside of the man, could he?
Who was going for that? You know, they didn't gamble that he would get the crossing in the end, so they all stayed way too far back from the goal.
Yeah.
He changed direction 5 times, got it down almost to the line, and then put it in above the keeper where the keeper couldn't get it. If you're piling in at the back of the goal there, you've got a chance.
Yes.
If you're not there for the chances, you're not going to get the goal.
No. You're undoubtedly right. There's MacArthur. Slupp helps it on Zaha, and again they break quickly. This is the idea from Patrick Vieira today, isn't it? Ball into the middle to pick out Elise, taking it down. Elise pausing almost, looking to hook it inside. I think it's a save from Pope.
It is.
Elise really has dominated the half.
But again, as the ball comes across to him, he's got time, he's got space, no one is right up against him. You know, they were almost lining up in order to do something there, and you know, he teased in the area and then went with the left foot. Yeah, it was a good save
from Pope. Full stretch to turn it round. Good save, good keeping. 7 minutes to half time. Burnley got to stay in this one. Milivojevic with the corner.
Not easy with the sun in your eyes with this coming in.
No. Stacked up at the back post now. It's gone short for Zaha. Zaha on in turn. Elise, everything he touches looks good at the minute. He's going to get the ball back deep inside Burnley's half just helped it on for Milivojevic, the taker. Back for Elise. Now in the Palace half, under pressure from Rodriguez. Hooks it inside for Klein. Klein on in turn for Anderson. Anderson wide. Gallagher almost caught in possession by Peters. Here's Anderson under pressure, has hooked it out of play. Burnley throw better from the Clarets.
Yep, that was good
6
play by
minutes to half time.
Vout, because he put the pressure on to force the mistake from Palace and get possession further up there. But can they make something of it now and not go backwards? The answer is no. We've gone back into our own half again.
Yeah, the throw's gone back to me. On for Tarkowski. Left-footed and forward. It's a little bit too deep. Easy one for Anderson. He's mopping everything up at the minute. Ben Mee wins this header. Looking for Peters. Peters does well to keep it in play, does he? And wins the throw. It's come off Gallagher.
He's furious.
Gallagher thought it was already out, I think. Referee having none of it. Burnley throw. Linesman having none of it. Peters with it. 5 minutes to half-time. It's been Palace's half. They lead by a goal to 0. Gets it back here, Peters, down the line, can't find Rodriguez.
Giving it away.
He can't give the ball away with Palace because they'll come forward in numbers. Here's Slupp, right-hand side, Zaha in the middle. Slupp looking to tease, Elise's gone far side, poor cross in the end. Yeah, they've not made the most of possession they've had, have they?
They've not. You're absolutely right. I mean, you'd think at half-time here, you'd be if you're Palace, you're sitting there saying, why are we not 3-0 up? Because they're not up for it. We are. And there's a massive difference, and that hopefully will be their downfall if we can switch on at half-time here.
To be fair, that was good defending from Ben Mee, but again Burnley giving the ball away.
Space.
Slupp's got space. Look at Klein driving forward to join him. Right-hand side. Slupp.
Space again.
The switch down the sides with Elise. Elise now on Roberts. Inside nicely for MacArthur. MacArthur finding space. Uses Mitchell. I wouldn't be surprised if Dyche made changes at half-time. It's unusual for him. I just wonder if you bring fresh legs in. Palace made 3 changes. They look the fresher of the two sides. Here's Klein. Klein under pressure back towards Joachim Anderson. On in turn for Butland. 1 or 2 good collections from crosses, but he hasn't had much to do in the first half. Here's Gahey, comes away from Weghorst. Weghorst demanding people come to him. Burnley will win this through Rodriguez. Oh, that wasn't a great ball to find Peters, but he's done well with it. Here's Brownhill, on in turn for Court. Midfield starting to buzz a little, perhaps. On for Lennon. Lennon loses out. Palace winning too many 50-50s at the minute. Here's Mitchell. 4 minutes to half-time. Palace leading by a goal to 0. Milivojevic been out of the picture recently. Back in the side today. Hooks it wide on that far side for Klein. Slupp ahead of him. Just comes inside for Milivojevic. Interesting they switched the wingers, even though they were getting joy.
Yeah.
It's with Gahey. Poor ball. First groan we've heard, really, from the Sellers Park fans. It was something and nothing, just a stray pass. Here's Roberts with the throw. Can't find Weghorst. Milivojevic at full stretch, diverts it out for a throw-in.
Be interesting to see what people say on the live chat on YouTube underneath the commentary, what they would change at half-time, because it needs some changes, I think, here. And I'm already thinking Cornet coming on would make sense.
Oh, he's just picked himself up very gingerly there. Looked like he was doing some repairs to his boots.
He's hardly had a touch, really, has he?
Hasn't, no. Just a couple of layoffs, nice layoffs. Here's Roberts then with the throw. He's looking for Weghorst. Again, it's Anderson to win it. Roberts looking to get it back in. It's hit the defender. Brownhill on for Cork. Might break here for Lennon if he can get on the end of it. Clearance comes from Milivojevic. High into the afternoon sky. Good header from Tarkowski. Here's Mee. Final 2 minutes of the half. On for Peters. That's something causing a little bit of a problem with the ball across. Here's Brownhill. Does well. Helps it on for Cork. Roberts wants it and gets it. Right-hand side. Lennon moving ahead of him. Back for Cork. This is what Burnley not done great today. Ball forward. Weghorst on the chase. And offside.
Offside, yeah.
And that'll be a free kick for Palace. Just hasn't happened for Burnley.
No, there's not a passage of play that you can say right from the start. Remember when we did that? You know, this is going to be hard to edit for the boys. This is maybe the shortest comms cam ever.
Yeah,
it's like 30 seconds.
Vieira will be happy, won't he? He'll be really happy, Patrick Vieira. And, you know, Burnley have got to find a way of just changing things second half. Should have won the game at Turf Moor. Matty Vidra so close late on to winning it 4-3. It was a good save from Guaita. Big kick here. It's gone beyond Tarkowski. Roberts puts his foot through it. Chase for Weghorst. Header one at the back by Anderson. I'm just wondering if Weghorst is 100%.
No, he doesn't look it.
I'm not convinced he's quite 100%.
Well,
here's me.
You've only got to compare it to the last 2 games. He's at 50% of that at best.
Rodriguez just putting pressure on there. It'll be a throw deep inside the Palace half. Final minute of the 45. Anderson just applauds the crowd. Don't think there's any intention of taking the throw. Disappointing half. I mean, just once or twice this season Burnley have had them. The last probably Manchester United first half, when they had 2 goals chalked off, but Burnley came out and was sensational second half. Got to hope for a transformation again here.
Yeah.
It's Klein with the throw. All eyes will be on the 4th official in a minute. Header won by Peters. Real up and under here for Zaha to turn and chase. Tarkowski couldn't take any chances. Won the header. Ben Mee wins the next one. The board's going to be held up in a minute. It's just 1 minute. Peters hooks it away. Trying to win it Rodriguez. Court battles away. Next header's Anderson's. Next header's Mee's. Rodriguez can't reach it. Anderson just square for Klein. At least say on that right touchline in his own half. Burnley apply pressure. Peters has just caught him. Announcement on the PA, 1 minute. He struggled. Eric Peters has struggled a little bit against Michael Elise.
Oh, he has, hasn't he? He has. Well, he's done him practically every time.
I mean, it was magnificent at Brighton and at home against Spurs. I just wonder if that'd be one change that the gaffer will be considering. Well, get Charlie Taylor back in it.
The majority are saying on here, Cornet on. The majority are saying Westwood on. That's what people are saying on the live chat. But I mean, there's a lot of players here that are not as they were in the last 2 games, and it's taken its toll. So
that's a half-time whistle. It's Palace's half. They leap by a goal to 0. Jeffrey Slupp with that goal on 10 minutes. Great little run from Elise. Whipped the ball in. Slupp at full strength. Knocked it past Pope. And Palace led by a goal to 0. Mitchell had a left foot shot in 17 minutes. And then Elise on 38. Good save this from Nick Pope just to tip it round the post. But 1 or 2 queries for Sean Dyche at half-time. Palace are the leaders by a goal to 0. Jeffrey Slupp with that goal as the players make their way off. I mean, we've had such a great week. Just hasn't happened for us there.
It's not at all, and that was my worry at kickoff today, and that was my one question for you. Can we do 3 games in a week at the tempo that we've played the last 2 and been phenomenal? Because we've not seen them play at that level all season, and they were out of their skins phenomenal. Absolute victories, both of those games. But then to travel to Brighton, to come back, to have your travel delayed, to end up on a bus last Saturday, to go home, to play the game at the tempo that you played in midweek, to then travel again. You know, what a week of, just jadedness outside of the 90 minutes of football. And people will say the professional athletes, they're getting paid a fortune and all that, but physically and mentally, you don't see the family as much. It's your 3rd game in a week. You can see it across the team.
Yeah, you are jaded.
And it's not one player here. It's across the team. They all look about 60%, really.
I mean, positives, it's only 1-0, and Burnley have got a strong bench.
They have.
And, it's unusual.
But he's got nowhere to lay the ball off anywhere. Each time one of them gets the ball in midfield, they look around and go, oh, there's no one there, and they turn back the other way. And so, it's across the team. We can only make the couple of changes we're going to make. I would say 2 changes are necessary at half-time. If Cornet's well enough to do 45 minutes as he was at the start, he's got to be an essential one. But let's see what people are saying on the on YouTube underneath. Bring on Westwood, says Ryan Cahill. Cheeky Trevor says none. I reckon Palace will win 3-0. I'm guessing he's a Palace fan,
well,
so
possibly. Yeah.
We've got to ignore you, Trevor, I'm afraid.
Infiltration.
Sorry about that. Dorothy says I'd make them a Lancashire hot pot at half-time. Positive, good idea. Bit filling though, I'm not sure about that. Cork off, J-Rod off, says this one. I'd change Eric for Cornet so we can change to 3-4-3, says the next one.
Wow.
So Nathan Collins says another one. Charlie Taylor says another one. So actually, the more you go down the messages,
there's more changes.
They're basically saying, bring anyone on that's got legs.
Yeah.
Anyone and everyone, please.
Yeah. Have we sat back a little bit too much when Elise's got the ball? He's caused Burnley problems, hasn't he?
It's not just been him, though. I think that's the problem. You know, whichever side it's been on, we've not been to them fast enough, and we've not doubled up on them to stop them going anywhere. The give and go has been very, very easy all the way through this, no matter which side they're on, and that suggests the whole team has got lethargy. Now, it could be that that's just first half, and it will change in the second half. Suck on that orange hard, and you might be all right.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you know, to see that many, there goes Glenn. He's going at half time.
Started here, didn't he?
Glenn Little's going at half time.
Didn't work out from the Crystal Palace. Went off to Glentoran.
Let's bring him on though.
Well,
he's going to get changed.
Yeah, he probably has. Yeah, that Elise little move just reminded me a little bit of Glenn Little.
Yeah. It was the fast feet and the feet, the bandy leg movement.
You don't need pace, do you?
No.
If you've got that little trick. And it created the space.
You're talking about from the goal, of course. And it was a gentle movement of his legs and then a tap in. And then, you know, Schlupp's almost lying down with time to get on the floor.
I'm not going to be miserable because we've had a fantastic week. I did say probably take a draw if it was offered.
Well, you go back 10 days and say you can have 7 points out of 3 games, and of course we're saying yes.
I mean, you've talked about a 9-point week, but you'd take a 7-point week.
I'm being greedy, aren't I, Phil?
Well, you'd take a 7-point week, particularly what's happening elsewhere. You know, Leeds are just conceding goals for fun. Yeah. I mean, that was only our 30th goal we've conceded. This season, double it for Leeds. Leeds have conceded 60. So
we're lucky
not all doom and gloom by any means.
We're lucky at half time, though. Let's be honest. We should, if you're a Palace fan, be 3-0 down.
They'll say that. So
the subs coming out to warm up include Westwood, Bardsley, Taylor's coming out to warm up, Barnes is coming out, Loughton's coming out to warm up. So those are the players coming out to warm up. But I see no Cornet coming out to warm up. Could that be significant?
Could be. Is he coming out at a later stage and it's more energetic, or what? We're going to keep our eyes on that, aren't we? We will keep our eyes on that and see how it goes.
Kevin Long's coming out to warm up. Still no Cornet. I'm hoping Cornet is getting a jolly good rub down, or having Dorothy Day's hot pot.
Pumping fire into the veins.
It's almost like a brand you starting. I like this. Phil Bird and Dorothy Day's hot pot.
Ad campaign.
Pumping fire into your veins.
You're in with these TV people. What do you think?
I think it works. I'm marketing the Yellow Jacket at £99 a throw plus P&P, and you're starting with Dorothy, a business. It's like Dragons. It's like The Apprentice.
It is a bit,
this is great. I love this.
Is it like The Apprentice?
I do. I like The Apprentice.
I like
you
The
see.
Apprentice,
That's why I mentioned it. I'll be watching
on Thursday.
on.
What's it night?
This week, Thursday, 9 o'clock. I'll be watching it. I will be watching it to see if I like anybody on it.
I'll be watching it. I suggest others watch it too.
Say no more. BBC One, 9 o'clock Thursday.
Burnley play Leicester on Tuesday night, 7:45 kick-off. I'm contractually obliged to remind you that it's a 7:45 kick-off. We've had a mixture of all sorts of kick-off times. Rearranged game on Tuesday against Leicester City, 7:45 p.m. And then next Saturday, Burnley are at home to Carabao Cup finalists Chelsea. 3 o'clock kick-off, Burnley against Chelsea next Saturday. And Burnley certainly performed well against some of the big clubs, and we drew 1-1 at Stamford Bridge, you'll remember, earlier in the season.
Here's a controversial one on the live chat. Right. Son of no one. Peters is a liability in almost every one-to-one against Elise. Scares me every time he's bolting down the wing. You can't argue with that today. The last 2 games, not the case, but you can't argue with that. A. Wright says Westwood and Taylor should have started, and then most are saying Cornet up front with Wout should be the second half.
Well, I wonder if that just depends on Wout, doesn't it, and how he's doing.
Yeah.
He has come off early in the last 2 games, more from exhaustion than anything else. I'm just checking. Ashley Barnes is just warming up, isn't he? Nothing too serious from him or Westwood.
But Cornet's still
Can
not
you
out.
see Charlie Taylor?
Charlie Taylor did come out. Yep.
Yeah, he's there, Charlie Taylor. Just Maxwell Cornet not amongst
which suggests
subs warming up. But it's quite a strenuous warming up exercise that they are now going under.
Mind you, Wayne Hennessy's not come out to warm up either, so
keeper.
So you never know. He got a round of applause here at the
There's one or two fans just asking for a picture with Wayne, and he's such a good guy. He spent 5 minutes taking photos in front of us.
It's like you, isn't he?
Top lad, really good.
I always get a picture with Uncle Phil whenever I can. Do you know what I mean?
Uncle Phil, careful.
Well, I've given the game away now that you're my uncle. Sorry, Grandad Phil. Is that
Grandad?
Is this getting worse?
It is rather. So, just waiting on news, really. I think the Palace subs, they're not warming up. I would imagine they're quite happy with that half, with Sloop's goal, but it can change. How many times have we seen that? Second half different to the first half. Tale of 2 halves. We could be saying that again here. Burnley got a really good recent record here. Won the last 2. 3 of the last 5. I was a little bit worried because we've done the last 2 games here that we've won, and we've been the level behind.
Yeah.
You know how I'm sort of stickler for the same position, same seat and all that business. But we have won on the lower deck before. That was the 2-0 win 2017. Andre Gray got the second, Ashley Barnes got the first. So we've got fun.
They were good times. Let's talk about the good times instead, because I remember that. I was in the away end with Poppy, my eldest daughter, and it was an exciting day. We went up to the back, though, because it was a bit too loud for her. Because she's only little.
You were a bit too loud for it.
I was a bit too loud, I was a bit too loud.
Just checking.
So went up to the back. When you get up to the back of the away stand, of course, you can hardly see anything. It's a bit rubbish. And the toilets, oh, don't get me started on the toilets.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when Andre Gray scores, oh, my giddy aunt.
It was near the end, wasn't it? It was near the end. We hadn't won away all season,
That's right.
we? Was it 18th attempt?
Yeah. We went round and saw the players afterwards, and Poppy had a picture taken with Andre Gray. It's the cutest picture ever, right?
Brilliant.
So Andre stands behind her, and her face was just this kind of, oh my God, I've just met my hero, and her face was just like that. Wonderful.
He's a top lad. He was great, Andre, for us, particularly in that championship-winning season. Got the second goal in that game, just about secured Burnley's safety that season. Might be a little harder. Oh, here's Maxwell.
Oh, he's coming out to warm up, so he's not ready to strip off.
No, it doesn't look that way. Doesn't look that way. I know you're disappointed.
Stuart says he's watching right now. He says, get that jacket kissed every minute today. I think you're right. I think it needs multiple kisses for the second half.
A Newcastle lead at Brentford.
It's 2-0. I don't like them anymore.
It's 2-0.
They've got
just that bring Brentford into it.
Tell me Chris Wood hasn't scored.
No, he hasn't.
Well,
Joe Linton and Willock with the goals.
That's better.
Villa lead at Brighton. Matty Cash has got that. Brentford are down to 10 men. De Silva was sent off early in that game. The Brighton-Villa game started at 3:30, so it's behind everything else. Initially, Manchester United 0, Watford 0. That's at half-time. So Roy Hodgson has tightened them up a little bit. Certainly has tightened them up at the back. And we watch that with interest.
Good heavens, in the Championship, there's a full-time result nobody wants to see.
No, Blackburn have beaten Queen's Park Rangers by a goal to 0. Sam Vokes has scored at Accrington Stanley. Wycombe lead 2-1 at half-time. Good for Vokes. He's still in the playoff hunt, Wycombe. And we'll see how that develops. Going forward at the minute, not good news at Selhurst Park. Burnley trailing by a goal to 0. Former Leicester City title winner Jeffrey Sloop has got the goal. Burnley will be looking for just a different
Boris Johnson.
No. I'm finishing. But now at half-time, you're wondering, aren't you? Should Charlie Taylor have come on? Charlie Taylor's been our best player until his recent injury, I think. And maybe Charlie Taylor should have started. But there we have it.
So only Taylor. That's the only change you'd make.
Well, I'm not sure about Val. I don't think Val looks 100%. And cameras on Maxwell Cornet now. He's not warming up as though he's coming on.
No.
So I think it'll be the same again.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Here they come. As we go out, as you were.
It is exactly the same again.
I think they may have got a bit of a blast at half.
Peters is back.
Bit of a blast.
Vout's back.
Possession was 56-44. Shots on target, 3 Palace, none Burnley. Not a great half for Burnley, it must be said. And they'll be looking to improve at the minute. Newcastle are pulling away from the bottom 3. Watford are still getting a point at United, which will be a concern. As you were for Burnley. So Pope in goal, Roberts, Tarkowski, me, Peters at the back. Peters in conversation with McNeil at the minute. It's McNeil, Brownhill, Cork, Lennon in midfield, Weghorst and Rodriguez up front. I think as you were for Palace. And Wayne Ennis is a popular man here. Everybody wants to chat with the big Welsh international. 98 caps for Wales.
Andrew Quinn says on live chat on YouTube, says, need Burnley to win for my bet, sorted out, Sean. Hey, when the fun stops, stop. I think that's clear. There's a public information announcement wrapped in with the fun.
Yes. Yeah. Never bet on Burnley would probably be the motto. Rodriguez having a chat with John Moss. Looks amicable. That one booking Brownhill is a concern. That's his 8th yellow card of the season so far. Zaha will get us underway in the second half. Palace leading by a goal to 0. We're back underway at Sellers Park. Anderson wide for Klein. Klein long ball forward looking for Zaha. Easy header for Tarkowski. Next one Milivojevic. Tarkowski and Zaha clash. Wins it Tarkowski. Flick on here for Weghorst. Trying to turn it inside for Lennon. Lennon on nicely for Roberts in the sunshine. On that far side. Here's Roberts. Nobody close enough to him though. Ball inside for Lennon. Done well with it, Lennon. Just touches it back for Brownhill. On in turn here for Roberts. Roberts, they get a ball in looking for Rodriguez. Wins it. Tries to cushion a header for Lennon. Lennon's got it back.
Yes!
Burnley a level. The Clarets are level. Aaron Lennon is claiming it. I think it's come off a defender. But Aaron Lennon is claiming it. What a season he's having. Crystal Palace 1. Burnley 1. Aaron Lennon. Looks like he's got the equaliser. Might have gone in for defender.
It was almost as gentle as Palace's was in the first half. No one expected it. They've come out obviously wanting it slightly more. We're back on level terms here. But yeah, I mean, down that wing, Lennon didn't look like... If he was going to play like he played in the first half, he's going nowhere, is the interesting thing. And it just pings out to him. He's in space. Pops it back in.
It's own goal, isn't it?
It's an own goal, that's why.
The Serbian has diverted Lennon's cross into his own goal. At full stretch, similar position to where Slut was, but good work nonetheless from Lennon. He'll get himself an assist. And Milivojevic on goal.
Without that being an own goal, Lennon did all the right things, but there was no one coming in that would have scored the goal behind him.
I'm not sure.
There was space.
I wondered if Weghorst was just laying off a little bit. Good header down from Rodriguez.
We're back in it though.
It's 1-1.
We're back in it.
I mean, Palace will be disappointed, having dominated the first half. Almost first action of the second. Burnley a level. And it's Milivojevic with the own goal. Let into a secret, commentating, never happy when Milivojevic plays, because it's a real old mouthful. But I'm happy now.
What is?
Milivojevic. Clearance. Clearance from Klein. He can play every week, as far as I'm concerned, going forward. Back for Pope, and that's quieting the crowd at the start of the second half. Rare when Burnley come from behind to win in the Premier League, must be said. But Lennon played a big part in that goal. Chase here, and I think Pope will collect this right on the edge of his area. Burnley are back level.
Now, Sean was upset in the last 2 games when Pope didn't get it up straight away, and again
Yeah.
Pope's held on to it for too long, and then he's gone from the back, and Dyche is pointing and saying, get it up to Wout.
Good work from Mitchell and Gahey at the back. More pressure here from Burnley, isn't there?
Yeah.
Lennon applying the pressure on Mitchell. He's got it away nicely. Good skill from him. Palace looking to get on the counter here. It was a lively old game at Turf Moor. Foul here.
Schlupp was fouled.
Just as he released the ball, I think, didn't he?
He had a bit of space, looking like he was going to make a run, which he did in every time in the first half, and they've not let him in the second half. Now, only a couple of minutes gone, but we're doing what we were asking of them all the way through.
More pressure, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Definitely been more pressure. It's all square. Milivojevic on goal. A minute into the second half. Now Vieira's got the problems to sort out in conversations with his staff. Milivojevic back. I don't think he had to do it, probably. He could have let the ball go across his 6-yard box. I mean, it does happen. Ben Mees had one or two similar to that. Committed to try and get a block in, and he's diverted it past Butland. We're all square here. Oh, good skill from Schlupp to dummy that, but he can't take it in his stride. He's carried it out of play, and that'll be a Burnley throw. Good from Lennon, though, wasn't it? To get the ball in quickly like that.
And I was all for taking him off at half-time, so...
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a really good, I'm going to say, renaissance. 34, Aaron Lennon. 402nd Premier League appearance. And he's created that equaliser. Burnley just trying to get forward a little bit more now. Apply the pressure. Here's Schlupp on for Zaha, but they're a talented side, you know. They're great on the counter. If you apply the pressure, you leave gaps behind you. Here's Klein. Uses Elise, back for Klein. Peter's got to get closer to Elise. We've seen some of that fancy footwork.
And he
does on that occasion, doesn't he? But Elise still helps it on for Milivojevic. Attacking now. Helped on. Good skill. Bit of an opportunity outside the box. Roberts gets a touch on it. Caught trying to win the next ball. It breaks for MacArthur. MacArthur, inside nicely. Opportunity for Elise. Zaha to look to help it on as he found Klein. Peters looking to block it. Klein gets the cross in. Here's Gallagher. Back again for Elise. Elise looked to get a ball in here, headed away by Tarkowski. Helped on by McNeil.
Chase it.
Yeah, he didn't chase it early enough. No. Elise is able to hook it over his shoulder for Klein. Can't stand off this Palace side. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell wide again. It's lifted the crowd. Zaha, corner of the box. Coming in the box now. Good footwork. Goes past one. Tarkowski comes across. There's players on him here. Has to turn back Zaha. Good from Burnley. It's a decent cross, but it's too deep. That'll be a goal kick. Burnley could just do with that little minute there, couldn't they? Just to take a breather, having got that level.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly need a breather in this game until the subs come on, and Westwood is the first up, warming up in this second half, and he looks to be warming up as Dyche says, warm up hard, and Dyche has just told him again, go harder. So clearly Westwood is going to come on, I would say, in the next 5 minutes, because he's...
that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, he's belting up and down there.
Did look at a sort of different sort of warm-up from Ashley Westwood.
But I think that does mean if we bring him on, he can hold the ball up for a little bit longer and slow the play down, which is what we need to get a point out of this, frankly. That's what we need to do now.
On the flip side, you know, they were so good in midfield in midweek. You know, Brownhill on the front foot, Court playing behind him.
We were marauding then. I think Brighton and Spurs, we were marauding forward, and we're not today.
Yeah. It's 1-1 though.
Yep.
Here's Gahey. Goes wide once more. Gets it back, Mark Gahey. Captain the England under-21s at Turf Moor back in November. Touch back for Butland. Good clearance from him. They don't have a lot of height up front. I wonder if Burnley can capitalise on that at set pieces for the rest of the game. That's come off McNeil, I think. It'll be a Palace throw. It's a great start to the second half.
Yeah, it'll do that, won't it?
Of course it will.
Because
absolutely.
7 points out of 3 games, really, we should be satisfied with. So can we hold on is more of the question here, and can we be solid for the rest
absolutely.
of this?
I just wonder if they've wrestled a little bit of control back since the Burnley equaliser.
That's just been taken
foul
out
here by Klein. That's an interesting one. He just places the ball one-handed. Not many people can pick a ball up like that one-handed, can they? And plant it on the ground.
His hands are bigger than a shovel.
I just loved it.
I don't know whether that's true or not.
He just picked himself
up. But
it
it does seem it, doesn't it?
One hand, boof, on the ground. I'm getting in the middle. You get it in the middle, lads.
When I'm planting my fuchsias, I'm going to ask him to come round.
Come round, yeah. Be a bit quicker. McNeil and Brownhill over the free kick. I wouldn't be surprised if this went back post. Two-man wall. Burnley applying the pressure all of a sudden. Here's Brownhill with it. Tarkowski back post. Plenty of movement. McNeil with it. It's gone deep. Mee can't win the header. Just got to it, Palace. Roberts coming across to collect it in the sunshine.
Easy ball.
Cork available. Peters available square. Screams of out.
Gallagher's
from the
coming
pass.
at pace
Oh,
here.
Peters did well. Did well.
Well, Gallagher belted up the pitch there.
What's happened here? Oh, Peters.
Oh,
has a problem.
Peters is down. He kicked him for sure. I mean, he came like a steam train up the pitch.
Yeah.
And Peters was, I think you describe it as fanning about with the ball instead of getting rid of it, and he should have got rid of it straight away.
Well, gets Charlie Taylor immediately.
Yeah.
And this will be a proper warm-up, I think, for, well, both Ashley Westwood now and Charlie Taylor. That's a worry. Did he take a bang there in the challenge?
Yeah, he did. Because he wasn't fast enough with the ball. He literally waited too long. He slipped.
Oh, he slipped, didn't he? He slipped, to be fair. Recovered. And then one arm up. Yeah. I'm knocking this ball out, lads. There's a problem.
I wonder if he felt something
go. Is it his knee? Is it his knee? Where we're looking here? Left leg.
It's his left leg, which is the one that Gallagher made contact with. So that'll
it's 1-1 though at Sellers Park, just to recap. And the glances across to Charlie Taylor are to warm up properly here. Just stretching that left leg. Palace 1, Burnley 1. On goal, equaliser Milojevic. Peters getting to his feet now. Oh, he looks okay, I think. Looks okay.
Yeah, he's walking all right, isn't he?
Yeah. Just almost slipped awkwardly, didn't he? And I'm assuming at least they will throw the ball back here. Peters will continue. Gallagher to hook it back towards Nick Pope. 1-1 at Sellers Park. 55 minutes played. Ushered forward. Pope will go long, looking for Weghorst, wins the header, can't find Rodriguez with the flick on. Anderson across to win the next ball. Here's Ben Mee looking to take it down. Use Peters. Peters to dink it forward. Gehi to win the header. Anderson to help it on. Brownhill to win the next ball. Cork to help it on for Weghorst. Here's McNeil. Got an overlap from Peters. Oh, he'll have to move to get to that. He has upped it back inside and he's won a corner.
He has.
Somehow he managed to keep that in play.
I thought that was running. He's limping though. He is limping here.
He is now, isn't he? Still feeling it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Man, he moved. Boy, he moved to get that. Found something extra. McNeil's just saying, how you doing?
Yeah. Well, he's not looked to the bench and said, help me out.
No.
He's trotting back. Here we go with the
corner into the middle. Header one. Is it tipped over? It's another corner.
It was tipped over.
Save. Weghorst with a header. Tipped over. Looks a decent save from Butland. Let's see it on the replay. Swung in there deep. Weghorst wins the header. Good tip over, isn't it?
That was Vout's pure height that meant he could literally just slightly lift off the floor and away.
The marking wasn't great. Back into the middle again, headed away once more. Elise's on the chase here with Brownhill. Brownhill's got a head on it. Tries to win the next ball, gets caught. That looks a free kick to me. It is a free kick. You had to just wait for John Moss. I'm amazed if he thought there was going to be an advantage from that position. Got clattered by MacArthur.
Yeah. Although in the press box here, the Palace lot are shouting, "Get up!"
Were they? I thought he caught him.
I
really do think he caught him, but there we are. Brentford are starting to look over their shoulders a little bit now. They're 2-0 down to Newcastle. No doubt about it, it was a foul. Now then, Burnley free kick. Right of centre, good 45 yards from goal, perhaps. Brownhill over it, McNeil over it. Tarkowski and Mee hanging at the back post. I'm surprised if Mee just peels away and goes back. He has done. Going to look for Ben Mee here, headed behind.
Corner.
Good work from Klein. Good little spell this for Burnley, isn't it, Andy?
It is. We're making progress. We're keeping possession, which we weren't doing in the first half. And you know, it's not blistering pace like it's been in the last two games, but we are holding on to the ball, which is what we need to do for this game. To get a minimum of a draw out of it. Here we go in another corner.
Yeah, another corner, swung in, deep towards the back post. Butland gets a good punch on it. Lennon will pick up the next ball here, trying to go towards the bar line. He's caught his man. Zaha knew what he was doing there.
Yeah, he waited
the foul.
for the
Lennon's got a bang to the face. Christian Eriksen has come on for Brentford. They trail Newcastle by 2-0. We're seeing a replay now of that. It was a good punch in the end from Butland.
Palace bringing on the first sub.
Oh yes, yeah, good spot. Butland not happy.
Mateta coming on. In fact, there might be 2 subs coming on for Palace. There's 2 of them stripping off.
Taylor sat down, hasn't he? Peters has sat down. Sorry, Peters has sat down. So I wonder if that's the end for Peters.
Yeah.
Taylor's warming up once more.
He's just been called over to get ready. Yeah.
Matete's coming on. Is that an indication that Vieira's not happy with the start of the second half?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've started to dominate in a way that means, you know, if we got 2, we'll just stick everyone behind the ball and we'll win the game here. So he's got to change something up. Yeah,
we've got a physicality. We've got an advantage, I think, with physicality here. Haven't we? If we can, you know, as the game goes on, stack up the set pieces, I think we can cause damage here. Matete, who scored at Watford, signed from German football, used to be at Lyon, so we'll know Maxwell Cornet, French under-21 international. Peters is now walking off. Milivojevic is it to make way? So the captain's armband is passed on to MacArthur. Just an indication that they're not happy with the start of the second half. They're going to play a front man by the look of it.
And we've got 2 ready to go.
Yeah, we have.
Westwood and Taylor are ready.
It's Westwood, yeah. Double substitution. So let's see who makes way here. Certainly Peters, of course.
And Cork.
And it's Cork. It's been great in recent weeks, Cork.
Yes, but I
did wonder about Brownhill because he's got that yellow card again.
Yeah, but I think the difference Westy will make if he's fully recovered from COVID and not feeling any physical effects, and that should be the case if he's coming on, is he should hold it up a lot better. Unfortunate for Eric Peters because he's played very well.
Great.
A lot of people have mentioned that on the live chat, so he has done fantastic. So unfortunate to go off, but Taylor back in position means good news in 2 positions now. Let's see what difference it makes.
Ball all the way through to Nick Pope. Elsewhere, Brentford 0, Newcastle 2. Manchester United 0, Watford 0. Villa lead 1-0 at Brighton. And earlier, Leeds were beaten 4-0 at home by Tottenham Hotspur. Ben Mee wants Nick Pope to come and collect. It's been a while for Charlie Taylor. Foot injury in training. McNeil to flick that on. Rodriguez on the chase. Henderson to it first. Under pressure for Rodriguez. It'll be a throw to the home side. 1-1, hour gone. Here's Anderson off McNeil, so it'll be a throw right hand side with Nathaniel Klein. You want to see McNeil as the game goes on taking on Klein, perhaps a little bit more. Another throw here for Palace. Klein not happy with something. Movement ahead of him, I think. They have had 5 draws here previously. Here's Taylor. Taylor looking early here. It's a real hit and hope. He sliced it out of play. It's a bit like your first drive after 4 weeks out.
Open under.
It was badly sliced. Here's Klein. 1-1 here. Palace contributed both goals. Slump in the first half. Milivojevic with the own goal in the second. Brownhill just trying to get that forward early for Weghorst. Couldn't find him. Anderson with the clearance here. Mateta jumps with Mee. So it's Mateta through the middle now. Slips a little deeper. He's got Zaha running ahead of him. Zaha against Roberts. Big test for Roberts. Zaha in the box. Ball in the middle. Clearances from Brownhill. Not properly away. They'll look to build again with the new skipper MacArthur. Helps it on for Klein. Klein wide here. Elise. Now then, he'll look to take on Charlie Taylor. Charlie Taylor's showing him outside. He's come inside though. Elise, he's got Conor Gallagher with him on loan from Chelsea. Good block from Taylor. That's what he does so well. Here's Gallagher again up against Brownhill. Uses Elise. Elise loves being on the ball. Doesn't rush anything, it seems. Compact for Anderson.
Look at the difference in that passage of play, though, Phil.
Yeah.
In the first half, that ball's already in the box. We've pinned them back, we've pinned them to the edges, and we've pushed them away.
Here's Zahar playing in the sunshine, helps it on, ball into the middle, header behind by Tarkowski. Crowd find their voice. First corner of the second half for Palace.
Well, that's fair enough, though. They've had to ping it out from right, absolutely no joy, all the way back, and then out to the left-hand side, and no joy again. So our defensive work is better. More players getting to the ball first this half.
Seems that way, doesn't it? Corner though on that far side. More work here for Burnley. Anderson trying to get away from Tarkowski. Swung in, Pope coming, collects it.
Easy.
So good at that.
Hold it up, or is he going to go for it straight away? There's no one there.
He was looking to see where McNeil was, wasn't he?
3 up now, McNeil.
Burnley brought everybody back, so there wasn't necessarily an out ball for Pope. Crowd getting anxious. Pope in no immediate hurry. Kicks it forward, 1 or 2 appeals for offside. Rodriguez battles, wins the header. Here's Lennon. Wins a throw. Been busy second half, Aaron Lennon. Involved in the equaliser.
Bounce had a few more touches as well.
Here's Roberts with the throw, looking for Rodriguez. Header 1, well, that got behind for a corner, not quite. They've kept it in. Anderson to hack it away. It'll be a Burnley throw. 64 minutes played. Crystal Palace 1, Burnley 1.
It's not quite the magnificent football of the last 2 games,
no,
but we've
hasn't.
slowed the game down. We've got the equaliser, and it's got to be a bit more tactical this game in order to get something out of it. So we're doing the right things at the moment.
I'm thinking Burnley's physicality could win this yet.
Yeah.
Taylor to win it. Good header from him. Brave header. Rodriguez to flick on, but can't find Lennon. It'll be a throw left-hand side. Palace looked like they were rushing to take it. There was always going to be Mitchell to take it. It's gone back to the keeper, Butland. Big chance for him with keeping Kuwait out of the side. Taylor to jump and win that against Elise. Brownhill wins the next ball. Here's McNeil, takes it down but can't get the better of Elise. Elise's got a bit of everything, hasn't he? Really, really lively player. Good interception here from Ben Mee. Read it well. McNeil, back for Taylor. Taylor looking early for Rodriguez. A little break here for Weghorst. Weghorst looking to drive forward. Got dispossessed. Westwood to win this. Goes wide from McNeil. McNeil done well. Back for Ben Mee. Squares it for Tarkowski. His first start for Burnley in the Premier League was here. Remember that big 2-0 win we mentioned earlier. Rodriguez trying to head that on for Weghorst. Didn't work out. That understanding's not been quite there between the two of them, but that we've seen in recent weeks. No. Conor Gallagher, high boot from Taylor. Didn't know he was there.
No,
I think Taylor said, I didn't know I was there.
He did have a boot at the ball, but no, he ran through him. So
free kick it is. No more than that, and I think that was the right decision from John Moss. 20 minutes gone in the second half. All square at Selhurst Park. A little bit of spring for us today in South London. Had some awful weather for Burnley games recently. MacArthur caught in possession if Rodriguez could get there. MacArthur just recovered. Brownhill had nicked it off him. Ball forward here from Anderson. Look at Elise chase that, but always Popes. Always Popes. Elise tried to stop him. Rolls it out for Taylor. Taylor on for McNeil. Here's Brownhill. Just a full stretch there from Taylor, and you just wonder about Charlie Taylor there. Ben Mee to get it forward. I think the crowd reacting. They thought Pope reacted to Elise, who tried to stop him releasing the ball quickly. Here's McNeil, centre circle. Dwight McNeil. He'll use Charlie Taylor. First time to see Charlie Taylor coming forward. Turns back for Ben Mee. On in turn here for Tarkowski. Looks to spread it for Roberts in the sunshine on that far side. Roberts inside. Westwood dinks one out. Has he found Rodriguez?
Yes, he has.
Rodriguez
yes, he has.
to take it down. Can he finish it? Save from Butland. Loose ball in there.
Yes!
Weghorst has got it. Oh, the flag is up. The flag is up. I assume against Rodriguez. They will check it. The sun's in the linesman's eyes. Don't think there's too many complaints from Burnley.
Sun's in the linesman's eyes. He's got it wrong. Let's
wow, what would you do, wouldn't you? What would you do for... Yeah, it looks offside to me,
yeah,
I think.
It is offside. Yeah.
No real complaints. But finished it well. Needs a goal again. I keep saying that, don't I? They were cut open, though, weren't they? And the home fans all of a sudden are not happy.
No.
I mean, they had the better of the first half. They've given the ball away deep in their own half here. Much, much better second half from Burnley.
Burnley fans are all on the feet now.
Yeah, it's with Connor Roberts. Tarkowski's coming forward. Matete a little bit late to realise what's going on here. And it'll go in the middle. Burnley close to going ahead there. Rightly ruled out for offside. Here's Roberts with the throw. Tarkowski looking to take it down. Oh, volleys it over. That's a little different, wasn't it? We were expecting the flick on. He came and took it down on his chest. He's all smiles, turned and volleyed it over. If that had gone in, we'd have been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, the long throw should work for us, and we should be working that a lot more. And you don't expect Tarkowski to do that. Normally you'd have thought he'd just be heading it on, but he's
obviously
controlled it well.
Worked on that, haven't they? A little bit shorter. And taking on his chest and see what happens there.
Yeah.
1-1 it is.
68 minutes gone, no one else warming up, so happy with where we are at the moment.
Touched on. He's looking for Gallagher. Oh, Burnley got ahead on it, but it's gone backwards. Matete trying to take it down. Ball bouncing awkwardly. Looks to hook it back. Touched inside nicely. MacArthur looking to try and drive forward. Edge of the box. Touch back here. Good ball in, but Taylor's there to win the header. Hasn't maybe got the distance he was looking for. There's a battle on that far side, Mitchell and Lennon. This will come in again, I think, from MacArthur. Uses Zahar outside the box on in turn for Klein. Bunny want Klein pegging back. Here's Elise. Crowd love him. Good fancy footwork. Ball into the middle. Taylor's got a touch on that. Bunny should clear through Brownhill. Anderson to win the header. It's a poor header. Weghorst looks interested. Trying to win it. Has done. Turns. Faces play. So good at that. Taylor looking early here for Rodriguez. Just eased off the ball by Anderson. Square from Gerhi. Crowd lifted. Here's Mitchell.
We've got our shape right, though, in defence. We've got that kind of semicircle of pressure that just pushes out when everyone's into it in this second half. We didn't have that in the first.
Looking to spread it for Elise. Plays the game at a nice, easy pace, Elise. He's got an abundance of skill. Looking to get a cross in here. It's a decent ball, isn't he? He's found Zahar. Zahar against Roberts. Comes inside. Good save, Pope. Clawed it away. Here's Elise now. But he can't be exposed in that manner. Here's Zahar again. Fancy footwork. Looks to go on the outside. Hits the post. Burnley got away with it there. A big, big let off for the Clarets.
Yeah, he's twice there. He's had a chance to dance around on the left-hand side, beat his man. A little bit too much space. As I was just saying, how good the defensive units become up pushing them back. He had space, and off the post there. That is
top
a warning.
Top player, and in one instance, he's just lifted the crowd so much there. Just in one passage of play. Burnley no hurry to take the throw. Good save though from Pope. Battered it away. I must say I prefer, well, not today, but normally I'd rather have Zahar wide than through the middle. Here's Weghorst. Just holding on to the ball as he does. Back again here with Taylor. Taylor dummies inside. Got caught by Gallagher, but uses Mee. Mee will just look long here for Weghorst, I think. If Weghorst can win this against Gehi. Went down. Westwood to win the next ball. MacArthur to collect it. Game's got lively. Ball forward looking for Mateta. Mateta on his chest. Nice layoff. Elise. Gallagher's broken the ranks here. Gallagher to chase this. Tarkowski across. Didn't get the ball. I think he may go in the book here.
Yes, he's going in the book. He's going to get a yellow. Came between his legs. I mean, he got the ball as well, but he got the man at the same time, so he's got a yellow card straight away there. It was the only thing he could do because he was already pulled right out of position.
He was committed, wasn't he?
He had to stop him, and Gallagher's, when he's got a head of steam up here, he's been dangerous, so he's made sure that stops it. It's not in the penalty area. I think he's done the right thing, to be honest.
Yeah. 8th yellow card of the season for Tarkowski, one of those in the cup. Looks disappointed. Palace fans finding their voice. They've had a good little 5 minutes here. Everybody back for Burnley. More encouragement from Vieira. Elise to deliver here. Everybody back for Burnley. 18 minutes remain. Elise and Gallagher, two-man wall. Klein just tries to get to the edge of the 6-yard box. It's left for Elise. Elise looking to get a ball in, headed away. Initially, edge of the box. Here's Zahar again. More footwork from him. Clips a ball in. Is it going to be a corner? It is. Good little spell this for the home side.
It is. They've got pressure on here. Eric Peters is just limping off down the touchline.
He is, yeah. Yeah, that's not great to see. He's had a really good spell in the side. Just feeling his stiffness in his leg. He's going down towards the tunnel. Corner here. Gallagher with it. What can Burnley do here? They've got to defend it well. It's gone across the box. Chance here. Lisa, good block.
Great
got
block.
Bodies in the way. It was Westwood, I think. Here's Klein. Difficult spell for Burnley. Uses Anderson. Good skill from the centre back. Well won by Weghorst. Got a challenge in that was great. Here's McNeil. Just spins nicely when there wasn't anything happening ahead of him. Ben Mee might use his keeper here. Just spins nicely. Back for Pope. Gallagher looks a little further forward now all of a sudden. Looking for Weghorst. Weghorst battles with Klein. Referee happy. Knocked over here, Rodriguez. Free kick.
Yeah, does well. Does well.
Nathan Collins out there appealing.
He is, isn't he?
Very vocal on the touchline. Burnley got a free kick this time inside the Palace half.
And that's what we needed, didn't we? We needed to wrestle the game back off them because they were on the front foot there. Slow it down a bit and now try and nick a goal.
Burnley thought they had the second with Weghorst ruled out for offside, correctly so. This is a free kick. Brownhill and McNeil over it. McNeil saying, well, hang on, at least he's not 10 yards here, ref. It's McNeil to deliver, swings it in there, headed away partially. Burnley have a chance with Mee. Hits it well, Mee. It's blocked by the defender. Lennon to get it back in there. Elise should clear. McNeil trying to apply a bit of pressure. Wants it to run out of play, doesn't he? Elise as calm as anything in his own box. Comes away with the ball, but gives it away.
They've still got a player down here.
There's still got a player down, and the referee's decided to stop it. It's not a head injury.
No.
He doesn't have to stop it. So are we a little bit surprised? Or it may be a head injury. He might have blocked it with his head. He's feeling his head, to be fair. I apologise to John Moss.
Yeah, and he's calling the physio on now. So we've got
Ben Mee's effort, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That he sort of blocked, I think.
He
threw himself at it. Not sure where that hits him, to be honest.
Watching the replay,
isn't it? It's not hit his head, has it?
No. He seems to slip as he goes down. It might be his wrist, actually. But he's still down on the floor. We've got 3 warming up now. Barnes and Cornet's warming up, and Collins.
Yep.
But
Jeff Barnes would be a change at some stage. Got a nice little record here, Ashley Barnes. Scored in that game in 2017, as we mentioned. 15 minutes remain. Both sides have drawn 11 games before today in the Premier League. Could well be 12 apiece, the way we're going. It's 1-1, sorry.
Dario's watching. He's on our live chat on YouTube from Italy. So we've had Argentina, Australia, Surrey, Italy. I imagine there's 1 or 2 in Burnley, of course, but
still no score at Old Trafford. Manchester United 0, Watford 0. He's made a difference, Roy Hodgson. Certainly made a difference. It's lengthy treatment here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Still down on the floor. He's sat up now.
Okay. So there'll be some considerable added time, I would think. No Calvert-Lewin for Everton. They entertain Man City tonight. Mark Gahey just about to get to his feet.
Moss is saying, off you go, to the side. But this, again, takes the sting out of it for a bit, quietens the crowd down for a bit, which is what you want.
Yeah, we're just seeing a replay of the goals. Good header from Rodriguez to find Lennon. He just pumped the ball back, quick and hard, low, and Milivojevic threw himself at it and diverted it beyond his own keeper.
He does well.
He does.
Good lad.
Yeah, it'd have been a good finish at the other end. Upped him in the second half as well.
Sign him up.
Not long after that. 1-1 it is in bright London sunshine. I think John Moss just grabbed the ball, taking control of this one. He's going to drop it for the Clarets. He's come to Brownhill. And he'll drop it for Josh Brownhill. 1-1 it is. 13 minutes remain, plus added time. There's a few substitutes warming up there. Maxwell Cornet, Ashley Barnes, Nathan Collins. He's cheering the lads on more than anything else. Here's Lennon, back for Westwood. Oh, it's a little bit of an up and under. Butland will come, easy collection. Got the direction wrong on that, I think.
I would be tempted to take off Rodriguez and bring on Cornet and just see if Wout can get a couple of tap downs and see if Cornet can do some of his magic work.
Yeah. Last 10 minutes, if he's fully fit, why not? Flick on here from MacArthur. Ben Mee to just get there. Good work from the Burnley skipper. Here's Sahar, just tucked inside nicely. Burnley battling to get possession back. Sahar for Anderson. Good from him. Here's Elise, blocked by Taylor. Be a throw to Palace. With Elise, leave it for Nathaniel Klein. Palace 1, Burnley 1. Burnley have nicked it here. Weghorst touches inside for Brownhill. Brownhill's caught by Gallagher. Gallagher's insisting he got the ball and the referee goes. I'm not sure I agree, but it looked a foul to me. Brownhill looked away from him. Gallagher maybe just got away with one there. Brownhill picks himself up. Crowd not impressed. It's with Sahar. Burnley back to full strength. Here's Anderson, wide for Klein, wearing 17, Nathaniel Klein. Ball into the middle, well read by Tarkowski. An extravagant volley into the opposing half. Comfortable take for Butland.
It slowed the game down again. It's taken the sting out of it with 10 minutes to go. That's the beauty of how we played in the second half. Solid is what we needed. Solid is what we've got. If we could nick a goal at the end, it'd be cheeky, but I'd take it.
Yeah, of course you would. Yeah, Mee with a header. McNeil to take it down. Here's Taylor. Taylor just under pressure. We'll use Ben Mee. Ben Mee to get it forward. Might run here for Rodriguez. Oh, Weghorst onto it. Weghorst done well. Nice turn. Finds Brownhill. Brownhill brings the ball forward. He's got McNeil for company. McNeil trying to touch it back. And Klein's knocked it out of play for a Burnley throw. Much better second half from the Clarets. 10 minutes remain. Just looking along the line. Cornet trying to attract the attention of the manager, but no movement as yet. Here's Ben Mee. Is he going to look to plant a ball in here? Looks too much on that to me. Keeper to collect it. Easy one for Butland.
He's annoyed at himself.
He is, yeah. Big keeper, Butland. Decent in the air. Obviously with Stoke when they went down. Tarkowski to win that. Drones from the crowd. There's Westwood. Uses Roberts. Roberts having to stay back a little because Zaha's playing left wing now. Ben Mee to get this forward. Nice ball for Taylor. Can Taylor take this on? McNeil screaming for it. Cross into the middle, looking for Weghorst. Looks a little deep. Headed away, and it'll be a Burnley throw. Well, the corner flag.
Surely long throw for Roberts now is what we need into the box and pile in there, and let's try and nick another one.
I wonder if Tarkowski will try and take this one down on his chest. Interesting, there was a variation there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do here.
Long throw coming.
Throw it long. Right into the mix. Tarkowski to flick on. He's gone high rather than away. It's cleared comfortably in the end. Nick Pope way out of his goal here. Way out of his goal. Nick Pope has to be careful. Can he get a left foot on it? Knocked it out of play in the end. Sahar's pressure came away from left wing to the right wing to apply pressure, and Pope had to just knock it out of play. Here's MacArthur, back for Klein. Here's Anderson. Interesting game. Just over 8 minutes left to play. Could go either way.
Could.
Gahey. You'd probably settle for a point now if you're following Burnley. But let's see. Here's Gahey. Looks to get it into the middle. Header won by Mee. It's a super header with Zaha waiting behind him. Here's Gahey again. Do you like the former Chelsea man? Looks a really good player. Gahey once more. Inside for Anderson. Here's Elise. Nice ball. Matete with a layoff for Gallagher. A little bit further forward now, Gallagher. He's getting a little joy. Elise looking to tease Taylor. Gone one way, then the other. Oh, what an interception from Tarkowski at full stretch to deny Matete. Great stuff. Here's Elise again. What a player he looks. Back for Klein. Klein will use him again. So many tricks in the locker, Elise. It almost slows it down to walking pace. Touch on here for Klein, who's got away, ball into the middle. Great collection from Nick Pope. That's what he does so well. Uses his full frame to collect it at full stretch. Rolled out for Lennon. Now can Burnley break here. Beckhorst right wing. Don't think we've said that too often. Back for Roberts. Chance for Roberts to get forward a little here. Uses Veghorst. Big man involved in the link-up play. Roberts on that right-hand side. Looking for Rodriguez. Header one, not entirely convincingly. Cahill tidy up. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell under pressure, hits it against Lennon. Palace throw. 7 minutes remain. Palace 1. Burnley 1.
Well, Cornet's taking his tabard off.
Oh,
will he take his top off?
Oh, I think Cornet's coming on. Cornet's coming on.
But Palace are bringing on their third sub now.
Oh, Burnley going for it right at the end here. Brownhill helped on here towards Veghorst. Veghorst having to go down that right-hand side. Burnley have won it. Stab forward for Rodriguez. Battling away here. Has he caught his man? I think it's given us a foul right by the corner flag. Rodriguez taking the bang to the nose.
And Cornet's going back to the dressing room.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I don't think he's got his shirt, has he? Kayate's coming on. Where's Cornet going here? That's a bit of a surprise, isn't it? What's he doing, Cornet? Asking. Kayate on. With what? Just over 5 minutes left to play. Is it Schlupp that's gone off? I think so. Just applauding the crowd on that far side. Scorer of the Palace goal.
Oh, yeah, there he is, yeah. Well, anyone could win this, Phil.
Absolutely.
This is interesting now.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Second change for Palace. Kayate will sit in front of the defence. I think that's a significant tactic. Good touch from Veghorst. Klein got there ahead of McNeil. Tarkowski with a header. Easy one here for Mitchell. Skied it a touch. Tarkowski across to win the header. MacArthur to jump here with Rodriguez. Just eased him out, Rodriguez. Referee happy with it. Mitchell to get it forward. And that'll run out of play. It'll be a Burnley throw.
It's slowed down to the point where you think this could fizzle out, but you never know.
No, you don't.
If suddenly we see Cornet come back on with his top that he's forgotten, or whatever he's doing.
I'm only guessing there. That is unfair. That is unfair. He's gone down the tunnel. I hope he's okay.
Maybe he wants to beat the traffic. He said to Sean, I'm off.
Yeah.
I'm off.
Veghorst just taking the bang to the back of the head. He's okay. The applause is for Schlupp, who's made his way round. I just wonder if that's an indication Palace are happier with the point, with Kayate coming on in front of the back four, just to try and toughen things up a little.
I think they would be, you know, mid-table, take a point.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
The way we've been playing.
Banging form, yeah. Roberts will just use his keeper here. Pope with the kick. Gets into the opposing half. Rodriguez can't play a part, he's offside. Kayate to win it. Elise to help on, he's caught by Taylor. Referee will bring it back. Inside the centre circle. Any action against Taylor? I don't think so.
Barnsley's ready to come on.
It's going to be Ashley Barnes.
Yep.
It's going to be Ashley Barnes, isn't it?
And Cornet's now running back on the pitch.
He has not brought anything back, has he?
No, because I asked him for a bargain bucket, but he's not even got that. This is outrageous.
Third change, so we won't be seeing Cornet today, will we? If Barnes comes on. Free kick here, centre circle. It's gone short for Klein. Wide for Elise. He's made things happen today. He's been super. Back inside. Oh, Klein and McCarthy left it for each other. Here's Elise again. Just create things. Ball into the middle. Header won by Tarkowski. Had to be strong and brave to get there. Oh, here's Gallagher. Just brought away from the frame. Chance across the middle. Pope will collect this.
We've got away with one there.
I don't think Matete was switched on, was he? It's a great ball from Gallagher.
Very dangerous.
He's a super player
on the floor.
And Matete just couldn't convert. We'll see a replay now.
Anybody could have had a stab at that as it came across.
Yeah, Roberts got the block, and the important block at the back post. Veghorst on the chase here against Mitchell and helps it on. Oh, just can't find a Burnley shirt. Brownhill wins the next one. Here's Westwood. Wins the throw. Possession's in the Palace half for Burnley.
Now.
Here comes Barnes. I think it'll be Barnes for Veghorst, will it?
Should be, shouldn't it?
Let's just see. Nope.
No, it's
Rodriguez. So he looks okay, doesn't he, Val?
Yep.
Quick round of applause from Burnley fans. He wants it off quickly, so Burnley not happy with the point necessarily. Looking to get on with it.
Kiss the jacket.
Which is good to see.
Kiss the jacket. We might get 3. Come on.
Never know.
Come on.
Barnes has got a great record here.
He'll be up for it.
Got a good record against them.
If he can nick a goal, maybe he starts the next game, he's thinking. Come on.
Well, I'll tell you what, he'll fancy playing alongside Bow. It'll be his cup of tea, I think.
Yeah.
Clearance from Mitchell. Brownhill to win it. Half a clearance from Kayate. McNeil to take it down. Does that so well. Skips past 1. Skips past 2. Through the middle here. McNeil helps it on.
Yes.
Oh, didn't find the ball for Barnes. Do you know, it was so near. McNeil's disappointed with himself. He was so close to getting it, thread it through.
Lovely skill.
Just an apology to Barnes. Great skill to beat 2. That's what he gives you.
All the things he's not been doing this last week, he started doing them. Real skill, his capability coming out.
90 seconds of the 90 remain. In strong there is Lennon. Breaks on that left-hand side for Mitchell. Tyrick Mitchell gets it back. 1-1 it is. 5 minutes left at Old Trafford. It remains 0-0. Here's Elise. Elise coming inside Taylor. Always dangerous. Hooks it down the line almost for MacArthur. Crowd encouraging them now. Final minute approaching. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell against Lennon. Goes on the outside for Zaha. Zaha up against Roberts. Touched inside here for MacArthur. Uses Zaha again. Oh, nice ball for MacArthur. Tarkowski across. Touched behind by me.
Well,
really good interception from the skipper.
I was about to say, you know, they've now, they're so open that they've got no one to pass it to. They've slowed it right down, but actually they started to speed up there, and suddenly we're quite lucky that B's managed to get his foot in, and it goes to a corner. Here we go.
Got to defend this. It's going to be swung in by Gallagher. Oh, it's a low one. It's a nice one for Elise. Ball into the middle. Barnes with a key header away. Can McNeil collect it? No. Back into the mix. Great skill from Weghorst on his chest. Barnes wins a header. Can Brownhill win the next ball? Not quite. Burnley caught out here. Elise skipped past Weghorst. Barnes thought he was fouled. Elise coming inside. He's picked out Zaha. Zaha on his chest. Edge of the box. Roberts hacks it away. Have it. Clearance out of play. 5 additional minutes here.
We could still win this, but so could they, is the danger. You have to say, for all we've not been quite as on it as the last 2 games, to see Wout back defending in our area.
Oh, he's a colossus,
you know,
isn't he?
Unbelievable. And that's got to take it out of you.
At least he looks a player. He's running at Taylor again now. Right-hand side. One way, then the other. Taylor trying to not take the dominant. Oh, he's got a bit of space. He's blocked by Brownhill. Weghorst back there helping out. Elise back for Anderson. Uses Elise again.
Dyche is urging everyone to get out.
Got to find everything here now, haven't they, Burnley?
Yeah.
To keep Palace at bay. The point's the prize, I think, now. Here's Gehi. Just uses Joachim Anderson. Down the line, Elise. Good challenge from McNeil.
Well done. Held him up.
Concedes the throw. Almost a minute gone. Just asking for more now, Sean Dyche. It's with Klein. Gallagher, Kayate to get it forward. Bemni, awkward touch, bounced up his shoulder. Wasn't handball, I don't think. MacArthur, Brownhill wins that. Gets it forward for Weghorst. Header won by Anderson. Chase for Barnes. To it first is Mitchell. Brownhill battles with Kayate. He's given us a free kick, I think. Palace quickly looking to take it. MacArthur with it. Just short for Kayate. Nearly nicked it, Weghorst, creeping up behind him. 90 seconds of time added on, gone. Left-hand side for the dangerous Zaha. Nips inside Lennon, rides the challenge. Looking to get a ball in here. He's looking to pick out Elise.
Come on, Dwight.
McNeil wins it. Chases his own flick and clears it. Great stuff from McNeil. Gehi to win the next one. Weghorst nicks it. Barnes to chase, can't get there. Anderson stabs it wide. Zaha's onside, I think, isn't he? Roberts gets there, though. Hooks it out of play, throw. Almost 2 minutes gone of the 5, minimum 5. Touch on here. MacArthur at 34, still a player. Uses Anderson. Anderson to come forward now. Gets past Weghorst. Kayate. MacArthur on for Zaha. The wide men are the dangers now. Zaha comes inside. Can he get a shot away? Uses Elise. McNeil goes to him. Elton, too much on it.
Pope will take an age. Kick. Pope will take an age. I wonder if he's lost the ball. Lose
an
the ball.
age and a bit more. They were furious with that, weren't they?
Yeah,
on
midweek.
Hang on.
He's found the ball.
Just stay with us, Andy. Just whilst I get this redialed, if you would.
Yeah. Nick Pope's ready to take the kick, but only just. He's taken up a good 2 minutes. And he's ready to take the kick now. The players all clustering together. And he's taking the kick. Here we go.
Back with us on Clarets Plus. Veghorst to flick the header on. Elise.
Nothing's happened,
work
by the way.
here for Roberts. No. Except for me knocking the connection off. Roberts to get it forward. That's going to go out of play. Palace throw. 3 minutes of the minimum 5 gone. Burnley. Second half equaliser. Milivojevic own goal. Here's Kayate. Kayate to get it wide for Klein. He'll do well to keep it in play and has done.
Let's be clear. This, if we can get a point out of this, this is a victory for us. 7 points in 3 games.
In a week, he's brilliant.
This is fantastic.
It's a brilliant. Yeah. I mean, that's the first plus, isn't it?
Yeah.
When we speak to the manager after the game, 7 points in a week. You don't get that too often in the Premier League, Andy.
No. And presumably, I mean, I suspect Sean will say, you know, not quite at it with the energy levels today.
Yeah.
We dragged it out, we got there, we did what we needed to do, and I'll kiss the lucky jacket. That's what he'll say to you. Yeah. That's the interview, basically. I've sorted
Possibly.
you.
Thanks. Cheers for that. Here's Barnes, corner flag. Knocked over, I thought there. Surely that's a foul. Wow, surely that was a foul.
I certainly think so.
Ballooned up, and Veghorst, being Veghorst, is chasing it. Battling away with Kayate. That's a match. Given against the Dutchman. I don't think Burnley have had many decisions today, and that'll be a little bit of a frustration.
Vout's furious, but the coaching team are all saying, just get back and shut up and get back now.
Get back.
Don't
Final
lose this.
minute of the 5. Header won by Tarkovsky. He's been great in the air again today. Another chance to show it here. Wins yet another header. Now then, falls for Gahey. Looks to hook it wide for Zaha. He's collected it. Final 30 seconds of the 5, perhaps now. Looking to run at Burnley. Can he get a ball in here? Touches it back for Kayate. Wide for Klein. Last chance here for Palace. Wide for Elise. Elise up against 2. Uses Klein. Back again for Elise. McNeil's nicked it. Can Burnley break here? McNeil looking to take on men. Halfway line.
He's doing it. He's doing
Battling away. Klein's got a touch. Charlie Taylor's done well.
He's done well.
On the throw, hasn't he?
Yep.
Oh, it's gone Palace's way. Surely that wasn't a Palace throw. Ben Mees across to do it. That's the final whistle.
That'll do.
Got to say, it's a good point for Burnley. 1 behind at half-time. Goal from Jeffrey Slope on 9 minutes after good work from Elise. Great start to the second half. Flick on from Rodriguez. Lennon got the cross low and hard, deflected in off Milivojevic to make it 1-1. Chances for both sides thereafter. Veghorst with a really good header on 56 minutes, tipped over by Butland. He was offside on 66 when Burnley thought they'd got a winner, but he was judged offside correctly. And then the Zaha, 2 chances inside 20 seconds. Great save from Pope to claw it away. Second effort hit the post, and Burnley were relieved that Zaha couldn't convert. But all in all, it's got to be a good point, Andy.
That's fantastic. As we said at the start, you know, you come here, if you can get 7 points in 3 games in the space of a week where it's going to be absolutely sapping. You've travelled to the south of England twice in a week. That is an absolute victory as far as I'm concerned. We didn't play at the level that we've played in the last 2 games. We weren't as prolific. We weren't as at it. We weren't, frankly, as mouthy and get into every ball. The first half was very, very weak in comparison. But we have managed to scratch out of this a draw. That is all we need if we can carry on playing like this. At one point here, we'll have a little bit of a break and get some energy levels back, but he's now got to probably use the squad for Tuesday a little bit more so we can be on the front foot in the first half. But a point out of this is an absolute victory.
Yeah, I said, didn't I, earlier, 7 points in a Premier League week, you'd take that any time.
Absolutely.
I mean, there was a reaction second half, wasn't there?
There was.
Obviously they weren't happy with the first half performance. And to a man, they're going across now to the Burnley fans and getting a fantastic reception. Vout's disappointed, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's disappointed Burnley haven't grabbed all 3 points.
Absolutely. And you have to say, all credit to him first 2 games of this week, he was at every ball. You can't be like that at every game, and that did show today. But, you know, he stayed on. He's done 90 minutes of this game. We didn't think he would. No. And you know, they've scrambled it over. They showed a little bit more guile, got a little bit of luck, and that's what you need when you were bottom of the league.
Sure, we were, yeah. I mean, they are 11th. You know, they're having a good season, aren't they? 30 points for them now, 21 for Burnley. Yeah. But we've got 3 games in hand.
Indeed, we have, and that's exactly the point. You know, if we can now get a few more wins, the mentality has changed. We know that from the last 2 games. Then, you know, the only way was up. We're now creeping up, and teams now will be worried about us, so much so that they'll play differently against us. And hopefully we can get some energy back in the next couple of days for the next game.
And we've got a point closer to Leeds and Brentford, not out of the bottom 3.
No.
And a point closer to Everton, who play Man City tonight. So, you know, it's tightened up there, Andy, hasn't it?
It has. But we've clearly turned a corner. We now know how to play, but it'll be down to those energy levels of people like Weghorst, who is, again, the last man with Nick Pope off the pitch, having applauded. You know, this is the kind of guy that becomes a legend in a very short space of time. Because it's the attitude that is never say die. It's the anger that says, I want to win this game. And he didn't have as much of that today, but you can see it's in there. It's burning him up that we haven't got more out of it.
There's 3 giants there, isn't it? Weghorst, Hennessy and Pope are the last to leave the pitch. They're giants.
They've got to clean the floodlights before they go.
Probably, yeah. Duck to clean the floodlights. What about Leicester Tuesday?
Well,
Burnley will fancy their chances there.
I think if we play like we've played in the last 2 games, you fancy your chances at any ground against any team in the Premier League. I mean, literally any. We've not played badly against the top teams. You know, we've even got a win against Spurs. So we fear no one, and Leicester are a bit all over the place as well. So you never know. For me, the only worry is the energy levels, and do you change it from the start to try and get a goal or 2
Peters
ahead?
Won't play. I wouldn't have thought. You know, Charlie Taylor will be back in. Maybe Westwood.
I suspect so.
You know, there will be changes.
And maybe you start with Cornet on Tuesday, so you've got some fresh legs in there, and see how that works off Weghorst. But every chance again against Leicester. In a normal season, you'd say if we can get a draw out of it, you never know. We might edge it.
I mean, Andy,
kiss the lucky jacket. You never know.
You never know. To conclude, we can't be disappointed, can we?
I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I was worried in the first half. A point is all I really wanted out of it. A victory would have been euphoric. I'm not euphoric, but I'm happy.
Yeah, it's a big point. It's a big point. Thanks, Andy. Thanks for your help as always. It's finished here. Crystal Palace 1, Burnley 1. Slup for Palace. On goal for Milicevic for Burnley. 7 points in a week for the Clarets. They close in on the teams above them. But it is a point for Burnley. It's finished Crystal Palace 1, Burnley 1. I'll see you on Tuesday night. George Boyd with me for that one. Burnley against Leicester City. 7:45 kickoff. Until then, leave you the news. Palace 1, Burnley 1. Goodbye from me.